Okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Well, you guys went to your jobs, okay? So just
Because I forgot that I had money.
And I forgot I had something better to do.
I didn't.
You just quit day one. It's like, yeah, sorry guys, I know you hired me, but bye.
Yeah. I'll just like be the worst employee ever. I'll just start eating the fish.
Just raw.
Can I not do that?
I mean, you can.
I'm a Goliath. I figured I could just do that.
This doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, well, what has anything to do with it? You don't know.
Okay.
All right. Gotta get into character. Hang on. Okay. Good. Okay, my character. Okay, so where everybody's awake.
You guys went to
now,
work.
and everybody
We were at
went
work.
to
I'm gonna go pee and then I'm ready.
What am
Yeah.
I doing at work? I'm just gonna be chilling.
Chilling. Huh? So today you're getting shown the ropes. Jason is showing you around the
Statham.
no. Jason's showing you around the warehouse, showing you where all the fish they catch have their own designated spot in the warehouse. And he shows you kind of where all that happens. He tells you about the basic enchantment that's on the warehouse, most of the warehouse at least, to keep it cool to preserve the fish more at like ocean temperature. He shows you the bottom room where orders are sorted. It's in the basement, and it's a pretty standard stone room. Is there anything particular that you want to be doing during your day, other than learning?
Like, what do you mean? Looks like I figured. Well, I'm at work, so I figured I would just do whatever the guy tells me.
Right.
To do,
So basically, he's telling you what to do. But do you want to be looking for anything? You want to like try and meet any people at all, or?
I mean, yeah, I'd like to get to know everybody around. Maybe ask them about the sewer stuff or whatever was going on, because I read that on the bounty boards, and see if there's any intel from everybody else that I can gather or something like that, or.
Okay.
Or you remember like the dream thing that I had.
The dream thing, yeah.
Kind of get a feel for like the people there, if they're.
And remind me, what was the because they did 3 dreams.
Yeah. Basically, what you told me, like my character woke up and he felt like he was being hunted.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
So like that kind of a feel. So like asking.
Oh, so you're trying to get a feel
like,
for like if they feel the same or
if like if it's a recent thing or if it's just like if there's like anything happening, I guess.
How old's your character?
20.
And how long? 20. How long since his dad died?
About 8 years now, probably, give or take.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Roll a investigation check.
D20 or
Yeah. Everything when I say check or attack roll is a D20, and then you'll add your
so my
intelligence
investigation.
bonus.
Oh, my intelligence.
Yeah, you'll add your intelligence bonus,
I don't
and then
have
if
a
you're
intelligence.
proficient in investigation, which
I don't think
you are.
I am.
Yep.
Woo!
So you add 2 to your roll.
Yeah, because I don't have any. Okay.
That's cocked. You roll again.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll roll it up here. So 15.
15? Okay. It takes you the better part of 2 hours throughout your work day to find a group of guys that you can tell are like have been working together for a very long time.
Okay.
Basically, what happens is crate gets wheeled in, guy on the crane just wings it around. There's no words ever between them when they're working. It's just automatic.
Easier.
They've just been working together for so long. The crane will move, brake will get put on, move up to a shelf. All these guys are just they know exactly what needs to be done, and they are good at what they do. There's 3 of them. You kind of mark them as kind of the people to talk to, and then, but you're about to talk to them, and then you get called away to do something. So you're free to talk to them on your lunch break if you want. So, yeah?
Yeah, let's
Yeah?
do that.
Okay. So,
I don't know if I packed a lunch.
let's just say you did.
Okay.
So you sit down at there's it's weird. It doesn't look like there's tables, but you walk around the corner and then you walk back. You walk around the corner of the bathroom, you come back, and all of a sudden there's tables and stools like coming out of the floor. And as you look under them, you see there's like an indentation. They're actually part of the floor that just gets pushed up.
Boost it up. Oh,
And
cool.
then there's tables after they're done. They just get pushed back down into the floor. Keep working. So like all motion is stopped. Everyone gets a lunch break. Everything gets pushed back down. Everyone goes back to work. So nobody's working. Everyone's sitting, doing their whole lunch thing. You walk up to the 3 guys, or do you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
How else do I talk to them? I don't know. Yeah.
All right. You walk up to them. They're just eating pretty standard fare. It's pretty much lunch is pretty much the bread and cheese and meat and maybe some dried fruit meal.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So you sit down. There you catch the tail end of a conversation. The decreased. You hear one say, "Yeah, man, fish." Decreasing in size and quantity. And then you sit down, and all 3 of them look at you, and just go back to eating. And now it's completely silent.
Okay. Hi.
You're the new guy, aren't you?
Yeah. This is my first day.
Okay. Well, what do you want?
Well, is it just me, or is everybody kind of on edge around here?
Looks at the other 2. Looks back at you. What makes you say that?
I don't know. Everybody just kind of does their own thing, goes home, get up the next day, just do the same thing over again. Everything kind of seems routine. You know? Doesn't look like you guys have any energy or any life to you.
Well, when you've worked the same job for 12 years and it's literally pushing crates of fish into a warehouse, craning them onto the shelf, and repeating, not much you do.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but I don't know. I guess when I've traveled, every village kind of has its own life and its own heartbeat, if you will. I just feel like there's really not much going on. Has it always been like this, or?
One sec. He kind of shifts to the side and leans over to the other guy. The other guy's bigger. He's the guy on the crane. He's sitting there doing one of these, and he's
Doing one of these.
And then he looks at the guy and he kind of leans
Over his massive shoulder.
over his. He just like to like
turn
lean
his whole
aside.
body.
He has to like move his arm. No, so he's just built big throughout. He's got a big beard, long hair, long blonde hair that's pulled back into a ponytail. Kind of leans over. Guy turns back to you. What do you know about that?
just pull a Joshua. Just pull a Joshua.
The one strand of hair that made that so much better. Where is he right now?
I'm at work.
He's at
on my
Roran.
lunch
He's
break.
at Roran's.
I'm talking to some people. I'm investigating.
Okay.
Yeah. He turns back to you and says, "How much do you know about this city?"
Oh, this is my first time being in town.
Yes, but how much have you learned about this city at all?
Well, I can't say that I have.
Make a history check for me.
A history check?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that falls under intelligence as well. So.
Okay. Oh, 6? Oh, no.
Yeah, you've vaguely heard the name.
Yeah.
I've
Like you remember
makes
the name.
sense.
You're like, yeah,
That
that's
makes
a
sense.
port town. I'll go there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, you have no
I
no
am
real idea.
Dead in the water. Awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Well,
That's kind of good. Then I can like it.
well, the brief or long history lesson.
Oh, do tell. I mean, I got the rest of the lunch break. I mean, I got nothing else better to do.
He looks at the water clock on the wall. All right. Well, this city was founded 700? So about 700 years ago. It started off as just a small village. From there it grew. Then it was decided there should be a wall. I don't know if you've been through the town much, but a lot of the main streets would be what was outside the wall. The wall would be there. They'd say, well, we need to make it bigger. They would make another wall. After that wall was completed, they would break down so they could make streets, and then the wall would be the outside wall of a new house. And coming into town, you did see there was just like these weird places where they're like just oddly thick walls that didn't quite match up with like where the windows were, or like it was only like 4 or 5 times, but you did notice there were some odd breaks. Well, after they expanded it, it was mostly an agriculture town. That's what's in the west. So that's the west side of town.
So like over here.
That's east.
Oh, west. Yep. Thank you. I was like, okay, yeah, that side. Okay.
Yep. So the ocean's to the south of you.
Right. Yeah, that's what I thought.
But as they branched out, they realized that they were in a prime fishing area. So about 8 miles to the south of us, there's a large reef, and it absolutely teems with sea life. So they started fishing. They started importing goods, exporting the fruit of the ground outside the walls. Then about looks to the other two. The big guy, 6 years. The big guy kind of turns to you and says, 6 years ago.
This is the big dude talking now?
No, this is the same guy.
Same guy. Okay.
He's got, and you see, he's got shorter hair. He's got a trim beard, brown eyes, and he's Goliaths genetically don't grow beards.
I know. I kind of figured.
Do you have a beard? I forget.
My
Yep,
character, yeah.
you have. Yeah, you have.
I actually created a character on Hero Forge.
Dopeness.
So I could show
On
you
Hero
what it
Please
looks
bring
like.
it up. Yes, Hero Forge. It's the ultimate custom miniature creating website.
Wait, should I do that?
You can. It kind of helps you like.
I mean, I'll
visualize-
probably
not
buy
now,
it
not now,
eventually.
I
not
know,
now,
not now.
not now.
I'm just trying
Just
to remember it.
Hero Forge, one word.
I totally forgot how to spell forge there for a second. Okay. Alright. Yep. So he's talking.
6 years ago, things changed.
How so?
Well, outside the walls, outside the main wall in the harbor town, there's always been a difference in class. People inside the walls always thought themselves better. Harbormen didn't think it that way, but there was really nothing they could do about it. The city had expanded as much as it could south, so they couldn't put a wall around us to make us equal. There had to be a separation. We're the bait, if you will. If anyone comes in from the south, if pirates come in from the south, we're the buffer that allows them to close the gates to protect the main city. But it got worse. Something happened 6 years ago where the main city was being attacked. We don't know by what. They came out of the sewers. They would come out of the sewers. There have been reports for the last 6 years, and no one's ever found them. 6 years of Harborman and main city, and the main city being attacked the same. It's never been that bad.
When do the attacks happen?
They haven't been able to find a pattern. They
So-
put some of the city's best investigators on this. They're still not able to find a pattern.
Haven't found me. No. And do you think that this is the reason that everybody's kind of just on edge, or?
Yeah, they don't know when it's going to happen again.
And you say they've never been able to trace the attacks back
Never.
to the location.
They've always gone down into the sewers, but almost immediately when they go down into the sewers, the officer gets taken out, killed from range, and a booming voice echoes down the tunnel, and you see a little shiver pass through him at this point, and the big man kind of like goes back to, like, he was looking at you, and then he just kind of like goes back down. His head goes down. The other guy kind of looks at the thinner guy, looks at the two of them, and is a little bit confused, and then he goes back to eating himself.
Thinner guy being where?
Thinner guy, so it's you, thin guy that's talking, big guy.
Okay, so he's across the table. Okay.
No, you're sitting next. Well, you could be on the end. You're probably on the end,
Yeah,
and then it's
okay.
thin guy, big guy,
Right, okay.
medium guy.
Cool.
And the thin guy has like short blonde hair, and he's pretty thin, like almost not quite as thin as the anorexic giraffe. Mm-hmm. Oh, sweet! Should be here in like 5 minutes.
Awesome.
But yeah, still thin. But I mean, you can sense an air of strength and ability about him,
Well, I
just
hope
because he's
works for the
he's been
dogs,
working
yeah,
around.
all right.
And as he says, there was a booming voice that echoed down the tunnel. Both of them kind of withdraw a little bit.
Have either of you heard the voice? Like talking to the other two? Like, because I noticed that they're...
Yeah.
Okay.
We did. We couldn't do anything about it.
What'd the voice say?
Turn back, and the ones you love won't be harmed.
Was there anything noticeable about the voice? Anything eerie, or what made it especially different?
Its power. No voice should have that much power. It carried almost a physical, tangible weight. It hit you, and it almost staggered you when you heard it. I don't know how else to describe it.
Does the city not have an army or anything to send troops into there and flush out these
It did.
attackers?
It does. But every time a squad goes down there, the officer's killed. The city can only lose so many experienced officers.
I see.
Right now, the Skruskin is... He's accepting the losses of the people so that he doesn't have to lose his guard. Just in case it's a bigger threat.
Have you reached out to help to any other neighboring villages or cities?
Closest neighboring village is 150 miles away. Kind of on an island.
That's deep, man. Holy cow. Well, guess what? I know what I'm doing. Have you noticed anybody new coming into town? Any suspicious folk? I mean, besides Joshua. Alright, you. Well, I'm nice.
You see them turn, and he turns to the big guy. What languages do you speak?
I'm proficient.
Should be Common, Giant, and Knoll, if I remember correctly.
I think.
Because Goliath gives you Common and Giant, and then I think you took Knoll for your...
Human. Oh, that's my preferred. Where is that going to be on this?
Probably be down here.
Oh, it's not written in on this one.
Okay. You can probably go to proficiencies. Yes, I want to
Features and. Oh,
That
see,
hair,
my
huh?
proficiencies say strength, perception, and investigation. It has favorite enemies, and then
No gear on the back.
humanoid is the main people. It says where rats knows dwarvish,
Oh, so you probably speak Dwarvish.
probably. That's cool. I can speak dwarvish. Oh, is he speaking in a different language?
Yeah.
The big dude?
No, the two of them.
Oh, the two of them. Oh, because it's like a native tongue.
Heh.
Okay. So I speak. Sorry, my other language is dwarvish.
So it's Common, Giant, and Dwarvish?
I think so.
Okay. So you do actually catch snippets of the language you're speaking. You know it to be Dwarvish. You can't quite catch all the words, but you hear. You know that group. No, don't speak. Strange religion.
Ooh.
Nothing bad followed. Nothing but bad followed. They left quickly. They were driven quick. You hear a back and forth turns to you. No. We don't really know of anyone else coming into town.
I see. Well, appreciate the conversation and all that. Guess I'll see you around, boys. And I'm gonna get up and move to a different part of the.
Okay.
And like.
Your lunch break
ponder.
goes on for like 20 minutes more. You just hear general talk of.
So he said. What did the guy say again? He said weird religion,
Strange group.
strange
Or
group,
that group.
that
Weird
group,
religion.
nothing good, or only bad followed.
Yeah, nothing good followed.
Okay.
They left quick. They were driven out.
Okay. So they're not in the city anymore. Or
Not that for you to deduce.
yeah. Okay, cool.
Once again, you hear conversations about the diminishing fish size and quantity of, like the volume of fish coming in. But
Is that anything? Oh, I should have asked about that. I totally forgot about
I mean, you heard a couple snippets of conversation.
but it's not like a. Okay.
All right.
Good to know.
So, Talon.
So now I'm gonna go back to work. Hi ho.
So you
I
spent the better
Okay,
part.
question. How many days have I been in the city?
This is your first morning.
The first day, dude.
Okay, awesome.
So you spent the better part of the first day just learning parts of their method of brewing, kind of their distilling process, their favorite grains for their brand. Ulrich, while he's a decent teacher, he doesn't. He's not the most.
He's not my father.
Yeah, I mean, there's just different styles. While humans are like very much, we gotta make our stuff like we gotta make our brand one that will last generations and generations, but we have to build it quick because we're gonna die in 70 years. Dwarves who live to be around 300 years old are like, Yeah, we're good. We have time. We'll let this thing distill for 50 years. We'll let this thing age. We'll they put so much more time into it than your father, and so their styles are just a little bit different. So that's the better part of your morning. Anything you want to be doing while you're doing that, or on your lunch break?
How long? I guess how long is my lunch break?
About an hour.
Okay.
Generous.
Do I have time to run over to Ghost?
Oh, you want to go see your horse?
Yeah, it was like right across the street.
Okay, I'm gonna go run and check on him.
Okay. Oh, do you have a thing for your character?
A mini?
Yeah.
Oh, I have one we can use, yeah.
Oh, cool. I don't need these.
I mean, I have Remy in my car, too.
Yeah.
We just got
Remy?
close to it. It's my character from my brother's camp.
Oh.
Her name is Remior, but she goes by Remy.
As in Ratatouille.
Well, not like that, but it works. She's also female, not a
So,
mouse.
Well, yeah. That works.
yeah, you run over, you check on him. He's how you left him the night before. He's in his stall. When you walk in, he gets a little nervous and realizes it's you. And throughout your visit, how long did you stay there?
How long do you stay there, though?
I don't know.
Petting your horse.
Well, does he seem uneasy about his surroundings?
About halfway through your visit, he does get a little nervous, but only for a couple minutes, and then he calms down.
Do I see anything else in the room that seems off?
Make a perception check.
Perception check, dude. Turtle person? That's a thing?
So add your wisdom out of it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So 4, so 11.
Are you trained in perception?
Oh, whoops.
Is that
Oh, yeah, so you're just +4.
not +4? So 11.
11. Not really. It's just there's a couple other horses.
Oh, they don't
There's
have mine.
one cart in the back of the stable. But other than that, it's just your horse. That's all it is. Seems like a pretty standard place.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just go back to across the street.
All right. Yeah, the rest of your day is pretty much spent learning how to be an administrator at work, which you already know, but Albright's just covering his bases. Kind of how to run all the things in the shop, in the tavern. But other than that, that's pretty much it.
They don't have Goliaths on here.
All right.
On Steam Forge? What is it?
Hero Forge.
Hero Forge. All of a sudden, I
They
couldn't
just
get my
have,
thing
they
to.
just have half giants.
Well, that's cool. That's basically what you are.
Hey, that's racist.
Tell them how you paint it.
For real.
Oh, I can have an elephant face? Oh,
Yeah.
my
You can.
gosh.
They have so many. Yeah.
I may or may not have already designed Amari on it.
Oh my gosh. That is
You could have an elephant with wings.
That is not okay.
Oh, that's true.
A humanoid elephant with wings.
That's true.
This is all kinds of not okay.
You can make some pretty bizarre crap on there.
Yes, you can. Cool. So, Jake, you just work for the rest of the day, or Vallah?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what
Yeah, you just do your work. All right.
I mean,
Jeff?
yeah, unless I can talk to other people, more people, but
I mean, you can talk to friggin' what's his name? Jason.
oh, I can talk to Jason.
Yeah, I mean,
Ooh.
he's basically running you around the place.
Okay, let's.
So. Amari. So, let's see here. Last left off.
I had been
investigating. Yeah, you just been investigating
the
that
lower part of
where that
town.
one attack had taken place. All right.
I have have to go back through my notes and remember
Yeah.
what I was doing. Because, like, I had a plan, and then a week happens.
Yeah.
Wilson's the young guard, but he's not the one that saw. People are missing. You had said there was one of the guards witnessed kind of what happened.
Yeah, he was pretty badly wounded in the fight. Yeah, he did survive though.
Okay. I want to go find him.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'll start by going to, like, the healer, whatever clerics.
Yeah. So for that, you'd have to go back. You ask around a little bit, and you'd have to go back into the main city. Yeah, they do have a couple shops that are pretty close to each other. A little bit on the eastern side of town. So.
Did Wilson know where he was taken before he left?
He did. He did know when that guard was taken. So, then you just head up towards the center of town.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you head up into town, and you're passing. There's like some carts going out, and you assume they're from the markets, just kind of going to ships to get shipped out. Once again, as you pass through the doors, it's kind of odd how big they are. There's not really any large traffic coming through here, but they're big. They're big wood and metal constructions, really solid, and they've got that. What's the 7-level city in Lord of the Rings?
Oh.
That one.
Yep.
You know their doors where they have the things that go into the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You see big like spaces in the ground where those could go down into it. So all in all, it's a very secure gate.
And that's essentially this space here.
Yep, that's that space right there. And so you walk up and make a perception check.
You can test my dice beforehand. Yeah, no, I didn't see that.
Natural one, baby.
Critical fail.
Woo!
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, you're okay. You're not in time. You're in time.
Yeah.
You're in time.
Dude, that's like me and my freaking
7. You don't get to
Seven.
be you don't
My
get
7
to be
iron.
used for 3 holes. 16 holes later.
yeah.
Yeah, buddy. So, yeah, you walk in and you are caught up in the construction of the gates. You're like, wow.
I'm really thinking
Really
about
good gates.
that. All the information I've just learned.
Yeah, you're digesting it. Like you're like hard in thought, and you kind of keep walking, and
I'm walking around like Miriam.
you just walk straight into this. You walk straight into the back of this one guy. He's
Got him.
a little bigger. He's got on a big sheepskin vest, long hair, helmet, and as you bump into him, he turns around and he's got a big beard. Can I help you?
Nope. Sorry. Just ran into you.
I felt that.
Yeah. I mean, you're a big guy, so I'm surprised. But, nope, just looking for a healer. Do you know anything about a healer?
A healer.
There's quite a few. Any particular one you're looking for?
One that a town's guard might have been taken to, who and was involved in the scuffle recently. I mean, if you don't know, you don't know.
That'd be, go back to the wall, hang a left, there's a big street, and walk up. 5th building on the left. It's got a little courtyard in front.
Oh, all right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. He kind of
You're welcome.
turns away, and he goes back to talking to a guy that's negotiating some price.
Cool. Before I take off, I just listen for a minute to see if they're actually talking about anything interesting.
Not really. They're talking about the price of some more sheepskin and a couple sails. What it would cost for some timber that would be like ship quality, and he's specifically talking about caulking for the boat.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing he's talking about
Cool.
with the guy.
Yeah, I'm not interested, so I take off.
Yeah. So you head back down. Fifth building on the left. It's a 2-story building. It's not leaning.
Hey,
It's getting better. 2-story building, not leaning. It's painted an odd off-white color.
Okay.
It's almost whitewashed, but it looks like it's just hasn't been whitewashed in a while. So it's just covered in a thin layer of dust. And it has a small symbol out front. Can I see your character sheet for a second? Oh, you got rid of it.
What?
Where's your equipment list? Is it
It's on the front page at the bottom. I think what you're looking for is like the lunar disc thing.
Yeah, you don't have a bone on the front?
What kind of?
Do you need a
Yeah,
player's
right here.
handbook?
It says it right there.
Oh, dang. So
Oh,
it's...
an arrow on a lunar disc.
Poor
It's
divine boy.
yes.
I have a bow.
That's
So,
helpful.
It's a circular. It looks almost like a gong. It's stamped onto the front. It's got a bow and then an arrow going the other way, and there's a half moon behind it. And as you walk in, immediately the smell of incense hits you, which is covering up a very. There's not a lot of it, but it's a smell of. There's just seems like there's a little bit of moisture, kind of like when you walk in, but incense is covering it up pretty much.
I thought you were going to say decay.
It's like,
I mean, it
Probably
is
a
a
little bit of
healer's,
that.
so.
So you walk in, and it's a little waiting room. There's a desk. There's a door going off into the back. There's a fairly well dressed in lighter colored robes young man sitting at the front. He's kind of shuffling some papers. You walk in. Oh, hi. Can I help you?
I hope so. I am looking for a town's guard who was brought in recently, was involved in an attack on the far side of town. I'm sorry, I don't know his name, but I'm looking for some information.
So you're probably looking for Jack. Was this on the outside of the wall?
Yes.
Yes.
Jack is who I'm looking for, or is
He
the
kind of
cleric?
scoots back and does
Get
some
Jack
stuff.
to
And then he comes back with a paper. You hear him muttering under his breath as he reads it. Flipping some paper. Ah, yes, Jack. He's the town's guard you're looking for. I can escort you to his room if you want me to.
That would be lovely, thank you.
And what is your name?
I am Amari.
And he kind of writes your first name and any last name?
Gale Wind.
Gale.
No D. Win. Gale.
Gale Wynn.
Win.
Ah. He's feeling like cross something out.
I made vision.
Closes the book.
Awesome.
All right. If you follow me. And he goes to the left, walks down. You see just kind of examinations. There's 4 or 5 of them. And then it opens out into this bigger room with doors off. It's a bigger hallway, I should say. There's a bench on one side. There's about 12 rooms. Yeah, about 12 rooms. And he takes you to number 5. If you need anything else, I'll just be right outside. He opens the door. Jack, there's a woman here to see you. Her name is Amari. I believe she's investigating the encounter you had with the. She'll tell you. Closes the door behind you, and it's almost like a hotel room. Like there's a little hallway, and then it's smaller. Like it's a little closer, and there's only room for one bed. And the man laying there, there's a big window, and so the man laying there is lit. There's a big bandage on his right thigh, and it's slightly elevated, and then you can see he's actually missing part of his left hand. It's bandaged around where the last two fingers would be, and it's laying on the side, and you see he has a small bandage on his chest. I'm alright, huh? What can I do for you, man?
Jack, is it?
Yes?
I've been given the task by your commander, whose name I didn't write down, to investigate what happened the other night and pursue the assailants. And I am just seeking as much information before I go hunting. What is there that you can tell me?
You want advice or facts?
Yes.
Ooh.
I'll take both.
Facts? Too many of them for just one person to take on.
Yeah.
He kind of holds up his hand. It's kind of like that learn from my mistakes moment with Victor. He's like, I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Victor.
Yeah, it's from my campaign.
It's from a different thing. The crazy gunpowder merchant. He blew off 2 of his fingers because he didn't.
Because he doesn't actually know how to use gunpowder.
Yeah, he didn't contain the gunpowder correctly. Oh gosh, he's the best. Well, him and Zorth. Anyway, so he is learning back. He's like, I learned that the hard way. Find friends. Don't go in there alone. Have you looked at just like you have a notebook? Yes, and ooh, tell me more. Go in there with some sort of tower shield.
It's got beef.
Those, they loose arrows from arrow slits. You can't see them. Two men in front of me got cut down before I could say a word.
From behind a shield? Take a shield?
Take a shield.
Take a shield.
Take a shield.
I don't really do well with shields.
This is why you want a barbarian. Just meet shield. Run down. Anyway, it's so funny. Other than that, I could only tell you don't go.
After all that, don't go.
Were you familiar with what attacked you?
I mean, it's what's been attacking the whole city.
Oh, I know something.
Yeah, I'm not from here, so you might need to fill me in a little on that, bud.
I understand. I know.
Well, throughout the past 4 or 5 years, there have been an increasing number of attacks. Small raids, but they're getting bigger on the city. They've all been of the same description. Small lizard-like men. Burning. Laughing.
Burning? Like burning the town? Or they're literally on fire?
Burning the town.
Okay.
Oh, he's
There's a big
so
difference.
monotone.
I mean, sorry if I'm gruff, Jack, but
Jeff being
the more information I have, the more likely I am to be able to solve the problem.
This is true.
Other than that, I couldn't tell you. I didn't really ever get a good look. Small, red scales. Fought like demons.
How does a demon fight?
They don't stop.
No mercy. Okay.
And they dragged their dead with them.
Their own.
Apparently they didn't want to leave evidence. And you see now he's kind of, as he's relived what he saw to tell you, he's kind of drawn back into himself a little bit, and he's just gotten a lot quieter and a lot more reserved since you've been here.
I'll leave you soon, Jack, to heal. I have one last question. Did you see a non-lizard, more humanoid person accompanying this last raid? I found evidence that they're not working alone.
It was dark when it happened, but thinks to himself for a second. There was one. He wore black armor, silver trimming.
It was dark though. So.
Long hair, long white hair, coming out of his helmet. I didn't get a look at his face.
I get the sense he's just being pretty forthright.
You can go ahead and make an insight check if you want.
I don't know if I'm roll anything. Natural.
Literally just tells you his entire childhood.
Tell me all about your sins you've committed.
Dang
and,
it, you freaking natural 20.
on the weirdest parts too.
The
Things
second one.
Yeah, the stuff that really is like.
I like it. This doesn't matter that much. It's like a yes or no question.
Yeah.
Like,
Tell me the truth. I know when you're lying.
He's telling the truth about
Yeah.
about he genuinely wants you to take a shield. It seems as though he doesn't want anyone else to meet the same fate as his two friends. He's telling you the truth about the attacks on the city. There's a little bit in his voice that suggests that when he talked about the man with the long hair, that he wasn't. He was keeping something to himself.
I'd like to exact some vengeance for you, but I need to be sure that everything you're telling me is true and complete. He's processing.
As he eats his chicken nugget.
I mean, sick guys gotta eat too.
Yeah, that's true.
Hospital food. It sucks. I feel you, brother, but I need the truth.
Spit it out.
What makes you think that not telling the whole truth?
In my experience, and I've had a fair amount, people think they're helping themselves when they hide things, but you're not.
That man turned two men in my squad against each other.
Ooh.
Another ran away, screaming like a small child.
Dark.
He cut my squad from 6 to 3 in a matter of seconds. So you'll forgive me if I have a slight amount of trepidation when speaking of him, because I do not know his capabilities. From what I saw, he is not someone to be trifled with.
I believe you, but now I know what I'm up against.
Oh.
Breaks eye contact and kind of looks out the window.
I'll leave you to heal. If you think of anything else of use, I'm at the Tubby Duckling. I don't know how to say that without laughing.
At the mention of the Tubby Duckling, you just see.
Oh.
That's where they sent me. I don't know. And it's
Check
cheap.
this thing out.
I appreciate your willingness to relive this. And I will do what I can to avenge your squad. And she just kind of takes her leave.
Watch your back. And trust those you take with you.
That might be hard. She just leaves. On the way out, do I recognize this symbol?
Go make a religion check.
No, I'm not the most religious person, so.
Really?
Hey, there you go.
18, 19.
Natural
No,
20.
just kidding. Nope, I'm trained in religion. Ironic. 19.
Ironic.
I mean, I
Looked like
worked.
you rolled a 19.
I rolled an 18,
Oh, cool.
and I get it plus uno.
You're proficient.
Plus
That's a plus
uno.
2.
It's a plus 2. Why do I have a plus 1?
All right. Yes, you've heard of this.
Confusing.
You've heard of this symbol. It's the symbol of Artemis.
Artemis Fowl.
So, and you know that her domain is fertility and
Oh.
hunting.
Yeah.
Nature
Artemis will make sure he bears children. Okay.
Oh man.
Justin.
I don't know
Oh,
the
man.
extent of his wounds. I'm just saying. All right.
Oh man, that's funny.
I thanked the guy on the way out, and then
Have a good day.
Have a
You
good
too.
day. Have a good day.
don't die. And then I head back to the Tubby Duckling, to just kind of gather my things. Did the description of the person in the black armor ring any bells with my prior evening in my room?
Your prior. Oh, I think. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it did.
That's what I wanted to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you just ask her?
Cause you guys are here.
Oh, that's right.
I did 3 separate things.
I'll plug my
It's this
ears.
middle little section.
Middle section. Okay.
I'll plug my ears. As I don't plug my ears.
I know. I was like, I don't think your ears.
Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. He does ring a bell.
Okay, cool.
Those. What are these?
Then yeah, I'm gonna head to the
Oh, cool.
Tubby Duckling and just make a plan and do some inventory process.
All right.
Yeah, you got a lot of information shoved on you.
Yeah.
So you got that.
I gotta decide what I'm gonna do next.
Yeah. You went in there at about 1.
Okay.
You come out. You go. How long do you think you're gonna spend doing your thing?
What time did you just say it was?
You went in there at 1. You probably came out at about 1:30-ish.
Okay. And approximately how long does it take me to cross from? I mean, what am I over here right now?
Yeah,
And I'm
you were
trying to
in
get
you were
back.
in this building right here.
Right here, and I'm trying to get
Yeah.
back kind of over.
Yeah, this is the Tubby Duck up the corner right here.
Where?
So
That's the
That
Tubby
one.
Duck right
Oh,
there.
okay.
this one on the corner,
Yeah. Yep.
But arrows like it's leaning this way.
leaning. Oh no, it's leaning this
No,
way.
no. That was the right way.
It was.
Yeah, it's leaning that way. Yep.
And then
All right.
Temple of Art.
It'll probably take you about.
It's like mid-afternoon is more the.
Yeah, it takes you about 20 minutes,
Okay.
15, 20 minutes to get back. So, yeah, it's almost 2 o'clock by the time you get back
Okay.
and you start doing your stuff.
And in my experience, most of the people are in at work till like 6-ish. So
Yeah, 5:30 or 6.
I'll
something like
probably wait till mealtime and then eat and head out to back to the guard post to see if there's anybody else who's responded to the message.
that. Okay. All right. So yeah, you wait till mealtime. You wait till kind of the getting off of the shift. All right. You guys said you did as well.
I finished work.
Yeah, you just kind of went.
We're
in.
just working for the
Cool.
rest of the day.
So, on that note, I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. All right. So, you guys carry through the rest of the day. It's a pretty standard day. You go back up. You do your inventory. Kind of just do your. You're like, I know I'm probably gonna get in a fight, so you kind of just do your little.
What supplies I have and what I need.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
I'm gonna get into a fight. That's the best way to approach life.
Yeah.
It
So you
is.
kind of just strip down your backpack to like the bare minimum of what you need. So about 5:30 rolls around. Jake, you get let off. Or gosh dang it, Vallah. You get Vallah.
Like vault with an A.
Um,
Instead of a T. And another L.
So like not at all.
So like not at all. Yeah. So like
So
vault.
So it's
but
like
then
vault,
nothing
but like not
that.
at all.
If you
You
could
know.
just been like it's
The
like,
first two
it's-
letters are the same.
You're like
That's
like
it.
orange, but like not at all like orange.
More like apple.
It's like an apple, but then nothing like an apple. Oh, I don't want that one. I want this one.
Yeah, so you get let off at about 5:30.
Quitting time.
Quitting time. So yeah, the entire Roaring Seas crew gets let off at about that time. They all kind of separate out to their various haunts and houses to go have their night off. What you doing?
Well, since I learned a little bit of information from the couple guys, I'm gonna check out the bounty board again and look to see where to get more information about the attacks from the sewer.
From the sewer? Okay.
Yeah, so I'll like recheck that or whatever and figure out if there's anything new or if there's anything.
And you said you were going about the time the first bell rang.
Yeah, because I figure just after that, because I want to give people time to like respond to the bounty board.
Right. So did you take any of your battle kit to work with you? Were you wearing any weapons or armor or anything?
Just in case those crates got out of hand.
Yeah, I
to put them in their place.
doubt that I would have. So,
All right. So
I mean, I assumed that the bounty boards were on the way home. Like I was gonna.
yeah, it's
swing by.
down a little bit to the east of the tubby duck, but
Okay.
yeah. So you walk over there and it takes about 5 minutes.
Just like north, south, east, west.
Yes,
Yeah.
the ocean is on the
Yeah.
south side.
Okay. You know, just
Just for.
Just for reference.
just for reference.
Oh
Is that backwards?
no,
Okay.
that's good. That one
Is that one
backwards.
backwards? I was like,
not.
really?
An
It's
S?
right for me.
Yeah, it's right for her.
I realized after the
An
fact.
S is exactly the same from all angles.
No, it's what?
No,
it's not, Josh. You start from the top and it circles around.
That's what that one did.
No, it
I
didn't.
think I might have had it. No, I had it.
No,
backwards. No,
see?
now
That's
it's
a
a Z.
It was
now
right.
I had it right.
Jacob.
Dang
Wait,
it.
hold up. How do you write an S? Hold up.
It was
existential
right.
crisis.
Oh, it is. Oh, it was
right.
Whoa. Okay, that was weird. I was like,
It's like that. It's like that.
Grown adults does it take to
I was
write
like,
the letter
hang
S?
on. It's like that's not right. No, it starts on this.
You need to watch
I
an
was
episode
so
of
That's what
Sesame
I'm like.
Street.
I'm like from your side and your side. It's gonna look exactly the same, guys.
Questioning the
I
whole
was
world.
like, wait a minute, hang on.
because like you were so sure and you were so sure and I was like, I'm so unsure. I don't even know.
For some reason, I was thinking like the number 2, like how to write the number 2.
Like,
I was
which
like,
is
yeah, but no, that did okay, yeah. Oh my gosh,
Shenanigans.
that was awesome.
That
was a good grief. Oh my gosh.
Lord say that's the biggest struggle we have tonight.
Honestly, we're gonna die.
Can't even write an S. My intelligence score says that I can write.
That's true, but the intelligence
what
is my
is your
lowest.
intelligence, by the way?
It's my
Me,
lowest.
I'm a
do
10,
I
so I'm a
change
plus
my
0.
Yeah, you're average.
I mean,
You're no Caleb Widow guys, but
Intelligence. I'm also a
I'm
0.
also no grog.
That's fair.
I'm not a grog either. So.
All of you,
Who's the grog?
all of you are
Doesn't
like,
matter.
It's
all of you are
just
plus
different.
0, so that's
Eh.
gonna be fun.
Nobody used intelligence as their like legit dump stat, so that's a plus.
That is good. No, I don't think anybody had dump stats. To be honest,
I've been a part of a
What's a
party where
dump stat?
like
What's your low- your lowest
I didn't have any
everybody
negatives.
yeah
My
everybody
lowest
was
stat
like
is
negative
my
or 0
intelligence.
on intelligence. So I was like, well, we're
My
posed on
intelligence and
all
my-
religion and history.
Yeah.
My intelligence and charisma are the same, but they're
Yeah.
my lowest.
yeah, plus 0s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm plus 1s on those. My stats are in dex and strength.
I have a plus 1 on my wisdom though.
Mine are dexterity and wisdom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wonderful plus 4.
All right.
Yeah,
now that
buddy.
we all know which direction.
No,
we know
which
how to
direction
write a
is south.
fucking- okay.
Yeah, it's oriented correctly on my board, so I don't even have to think about
Ooh,
it.
should I
Yeah.
trade?
Like I just have it taped to the inside
Yeah.
of my board.
Where is the bounty board on this map?
The bounty board, it's gonna be 4 buildings to the east. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, four buildings to the east of the Tubby Duck. Nope, three from that. It's that one. Nope, sorry. One to the west. I'm sorry. It's the middle one. That
This one?
Yes, that one.
Yay! Bounty board. Oh, the
Yep.
BB.
Bounty board.
The BB.
Yeah, so
The
you
BB.
go down there, you'd heard of kind of where it was, so you walk down there and you're like, oh look, there it is.
Well,
It's
he
just
checked
tack-
it. He
it's just-
checked it before.
I've checked
'Cause
it
that's how he
before.
found his job.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
That's what I meant. I was gonna double recheck.
See, the
Dude, I can
things
have
you
an
learn.
Uzi. I can have an Uzi in this.
I don't know
Oh
where
my
it is.
God.
That's yes.
He's
you're
the-
I
he's
don't-
the one
I'm
that
the only one
hasn't
who
checked
hasn't
it.
gone there,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
where that. I don't know.
He doesn't know much.
Yeah, exactly.
He's wise, not smart. There's a difference.
You know not to put a tomato in a fruit salad.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You know how to dodge and
Sometimes
throw a
he
tomato,
does.
and he knows how to throw a tomato.
I can throw it equally well as I can dodge it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. No, I can throw it better.
Are you talking about strength?
Yeah.
Is it strength? Strength is the ability to crush the tomato.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can.
yeah.
crush that.
Real
Crush the
fast.
tomato.
Strength is crushing the tomato. Dexterity is dodging the tomato.
being able
Constitution
to
is being
eat
able
a
to eat a
rotten
bad
tomato.
tomato.
Intelligence is knowing it's a fruit, and then knowing it not to put
Wisdom.
a tomato in a
Wisdom
fruit
is
salad,
not putting a tomato in a fruit salad.
and then charisma being able to sell a fruit salad with a tomato in it.
A tomato-based fruit salad. And then
Whoa.
someone.
I feel like this is a thing.
It is.
It is.
Okay.
This I
I
remember is
I
what
found it
the
and,
scores
and
are
told
for.
him about it. The funny thing was,
copy.
it was on Pinterest, and there was like one of the comments, and it was
I was like, I feel like I'm like, it's
Oh,
one of
I
those
can have
inside
a
jokes that I'm
bird.
just not a part of.
it was
Bro,
the comment
a
was someone's
raven,
like,
look at
a
that.
tomato-based
That's very
fruit
cool.
salad
I want
is
this
just
three.
I want this tiny
Yeah.
dragon.
And then someone's like, hey, I found the bar.
dragon.
Hey,
I want this tiny dragon, dude.
AJ,
Huh?
wait until level 3.
I
and
know.
then go Beast Conclave.
I'm gonna go buy a mini dragon.
Tome of the Bear.
Oh,
He's
that's
not a
true.
barbarian.
Oh, that's right.
He's a ranger.
I'm a
And I told him
ranger.
about animal companions, and he's like, what?
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I almost went Rangers, just so I could have an animal.
Oh,
Yeah.
But really, it's best to go fighter and be an archer.
really?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I have a mule.
Yeah.
I'm just a ranger.
You're over there. I have a mule. Yeah.
It doesn't sit on my shoulder.
It does.
I mean, it could
Not for
try.
lack of trying. Well, with his strength, he couldn't lift that.
I
Rob
could lift that.
on his +7 or whatever.
I'm a 0 on strength.
Exactly.
My 0 is our
To be
strength
fair,
and
you're no
intelligence.
Vex though. She had a -1 or 2 to her strength. Anyway.
Yeah, I remember.
That's funny.
So yeah, you run down to the bounty board. You've noticed this before, but now you see it again. There's the 2 attacks. There's just a notice up. It's like, hey, this attack happened 4 days ago.
this attack happened.
That's the concise version. I can get you a written copy of it if you want.
Is there a bounty?
Frick, I didn't write down the amounts.
Okay, that's good, because I didn't remember
It's
to
10
ask.
gold on completion from the last time.
Well, that's
10.
all.
It was 10 for the other one, and then it was 25 for
After all that
the.
death.
Is that what it is?
For the
I thought it was 10
one-
for both. My recording, I listened to the session and it was 10
Oh,
for
cool.
both.
We'll
But
make it for both. Hey, per person. I need to write these down.
Definitely can't hire people with 10 gold.
yeah. Oh, I can have a cape. Oh, snap. Yes, please. Oh, that looks dumb, actually. Never mind. Don't want that.
So yeah, you see both the notices. There's one that just talks about the sewer and the bounty, just kind of cleaning out the sewers, and then one that talks specifically about the most recent attack. And
The most recent attack.
yes, so you read it, and it happened 4 days ago. I think I said 4 or 5 villagers died, and then 2 or 3 more are still missing.
A family unit of 3.
Family unit of 3 are still missing.
I'll check out. Yeah. Can I remember the information? Do I need to take the poster? I'm dumb actually. My intelligence is pretty low, so I should probably just take the poster to remember.
I took the poster last time too. Poor guy who keeps having to replace his
Yeah,
poster.
he's like, hey, what the heck, guys? Would you stop doing that?
Nobody solved the problem yet.
It's like that person that instead of taking one pull tab off the
Oh,
poster,
God.
takes the whole thing.
Oh, this is cool.
Nobody else can have one of these.
Oh man.
Actually, as you look at that poster, you notice it's a little further off the board, and you look behind it, and there's a little envelope with extra posters in it.
Huh, look at that. The postage system at its finest.
And it's a recent addition. Like
Postage?
it wasn't there yesterday.
What do you want to call
Poster
system.
not postage.
It's posted on the board.
But we're not.
And about the
mailing
time you like find that, you
Remember
pull
his
out the poster,
intelligence.
and you kind of read through it real quick, offering the bounty and like who's missing, who died, the description of the assailants, and where it happened. You're reading through that as you hear footsteps, and you walk up on the Goliath, reading the paper.
Oh, snap, son.
And you hear the footsteps, and you turn and you see this silver-haired woman who had
I saw, dude.
totally handed the weasels the feet to him last night.
The weasel. Is that what we're just calling him?
You guys never
Does
asked
he
his
have a
name.
name?
It's
Okay.
pretty fitting.
Yeah.
It's Wesselton.
Right.
Yeah, I had way too much fun with that character, by the way,
I'm
guys.
just reading
So
along because I'm a very slow reader. It's literally me in real life, like reading. I'm just like, oh,
Yes!
this is hard.
and it's only like about a paragraph long.
That's
You're there for like 5 minutes, just like
okay.
But I noticed which bounty he's reading.
you kind of walk up behind him and you do a little
I'm
like
very nosy.
yeah.
Well,
I'm
you
pretty
could
tall.
Probably I was gonna say I'm 6'5".
So you're only 3 inches
Just
taller
only 3
than
inches
me.
taller. Yeah, just 6'5".
Yeah. So you kind of you walk up beside him and you look and you look, you see it's the same poster that you had inquired about inside.
Are you looking to take the bounty?
This is me. I'm like you know, how, like
You're, like,
read it
sounding
while
it out.
moving their
Yeah.
mouths. You know what I'm saying? Okay, sorry. What you saying?
You looking to take the bounty, or you need help reading it? I can help with both, I think.
Yes, I think I can read it. I understand the Klein. It's just I was talking to a couple people at work today, and they made mention of trouble that was being caused, and I felt that if you have the ability to help, you might as well. It's your duty to do so. So I was looking into it. Why do you ask?
I recently have started investigating it as well. And I was actually on my way back here to see if anyone else was interested in undergoing this bounty, as it sounds like it's going to take more hands than I have.
Well, I'm more than happy to assist. Unfortunately, I left my gear back at the inn. I would have to run and get it really quick.
It's all right. I think I want at least 1 or 2 more pairs of hands before we go in, based off of the information I gathered. So, I think I saw you in the Tubby Duckling.
Every single time you guys are gonna laugh.
Were you were the lady that very well handled that slippery one, didn't you?
Yes. Yes, I
The
did.
man or the dice you spat out?
Either.
I didn't. I mean, I did grab it by the throat. But,
Yeah.
I don't take very well to cheating.
Well, I can see the. I agree with that. Yeah, I guess.
We all have our own moral path to walk.
Yes. Well, I mean, as long as you didn't kill him, that's fine. Well, shall I just meet you at the bounty place when I'm ready, or how long do you think you'll take or need to?
I'm just stepping inside to see if anyone else has responded, and if not, I'm gonna head back to the Tubby Duckling and see if there's anyone there willing to lend a hand. It doesn't seem like the place to find mercenaries, but you never know. Taverns brought both of us there, and we're both willing, so who knows what else we'll find. If not, I'm gonna try and get a name of a place where I might find assistance. Worst case.
All right. Well then, I guess that I will.
I mean, not that you're not welcome to come in with me, but
Oh, well, I guess if you're getting more information, sure.
you know, just
guess-
realized that was kind of
Either
rude.
way. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like, I have nothing on me, so I'm just like, well,
That's
I
cool.
might
We're
have,
not going
like-
in for a fight.
Awesome.
It's the town guard, so that wouldn't end
Ooh.
well for us.
For us, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were like saying for them.
I mean, the guy
I
at the counter was pretty green.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly
Well,
the new guy.
Well then,
Clearly the new guy.
After you, then.
All right. So yeah, I head in. Is Wilson still at the front desk, or have they shift changed?
He is. He's sitting at the
working
front
both.
desk.
He's
and
working both.
he's like shuffling through some papers, like frantically looking for something. Like, hi, Mr. Mark, I will be just right back. And
All right,
he
Wilson.
shoves it, he grabs another one, and he like
He's like a puppy dog.
runs
It's
into
just
the back room. You hear some talking, and then he comes out like. So you just see the relief on his face. You see like sweat was like dripping down his face, and he sits down and he goes, "What can I do for you?"
Holy
You're right there.
wow.
I was fairly certain that I lost the hour sheet was misplaced.
Yeah, I don't think your coworkers would take kindly to not getting paid. Well, I'm glad for your sake you found it.
Yep. so am I.
Just came to get a talk with your commander again about the bounty we discussed previously. I'd gotten more information and I had a few more questions.
Yes. He is out at the moment. What did you want to know?
The bounty was 10 gold upon completion. Is that divided amongst the number of people who work or per person?
No, it is per person up until there's 5 of you.
Okay. That I can handle. 10 gold 5 ways. Not worth my time. Not worth my life. I'm also looking at getting a few extra pairs of hands. And just wondering if there is somewhere I might persuade others to join the cause.
Oh, well.
Or we, I guess. Sorry, not to leave you.
Well, you're in the lead.
Oh,
Sir.
a new guy. What's
Didn't
his
learn
name?
your name. That's a good question.
Sir, what's your name?
You may call me Vallah.
Okay.
This is Wilson. Vallah, Wilson. Now we all know each other's names. Amari. I guess you didn't know my name.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yep.
Well,
I hate first meetings.
Yeah, this is pretty
There.
awkward.
You think I'd be better by now, but I'm not.
all right.
It's like I feel like I've already met you for some reason.
You can stop by Iron Fist Brewing. That's always a good place to look for more skilled sailors, but they might be a little harder to persuade as they're a little better off. They're usually the officers of the crew. There's also, the Tubby Duck thing is a fairly decent place to find recruits.
Drunk enough people that would say yes to anything.
Probably.
But probably the best place to go would be down on the east end near the beach. There's a fairly large establishment. It's about the size of the Tubby Duck, but it deals more with. It is a mercenary hangout. No, it's not advertised as such, but people who are looking for coin do go there.
Does this establishment have a name? Or a symbol? A way to identify? I mean, I don't know how many buildings are on the east end near the
yes,
beach,
yes,
but that
it
sounds
is.
awfully vague.
You're just like, Wilson, come on.
I mean, I knew you're new, Wilson, but I need a little more.
The symbol is a sword going through a dragon's neck.
Oh, that's subtle.
They hide well.
And it is called the Felled Dragon.
I made. Oh, yeah, that might be a little obvious. Spiky football? What in the world? Who wants a spiky football? What is this?
Wait, where's what?
It's like right there.
It looks like you pooped it out like an egg. Honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
All right. I was gonna say something else and I got distracted by spiky poop
Yes,
ball.
sorry.
Mr. Vallah, is there anything you would require to know?
No.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Wilson. Don't lose anything else. And I
I
just
will,
like take it.
yes.
Don't lose anything.
You
Like
guys walk
our
out.
money, for example.
Yeah.
Talon, what are you doing after you got off work? You got off at about 5:45.
I'm gonna go back to.
Of course you would. I'm kidding.
I'm gonna go back to the Tubby Duckling and I'm gonna talk to the guy who works there.
The guy at the front counter.
Yeah, we haven't
Yeah.
got a name, right?
You've
No.
not.
Okay.
Whoa, this is cool.
Yeah, you walk in and there's
That doesn't really
um,
line up.
there's a few people there. It's a little quieter than last night,
Okay.
but already people have their food and they're starting to play dice again.
People are too scared to come play dice there.
Yeah, for real. No, but you see the big man from last night and his three or four other friends.
The big man.
And you see a couple others. There's three of them. There's another big man. A man. He's blonde. He's got a big beard. There's a thin blonde man, and then there's a darker haired, kind of more darker complexion man with a well kept beard sitting, and they're all around the table in the far corner.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the guy at the front counter.
Yes. What can I help you with?
Oh gosh, I forgot about him.
Hi.
He does like to lean forward again.
Okay, wonderful. Hi, I was wondering what the best way to get a mail or a message to someone is in.
Oh, well, you're looking at
Don't hurt yourself.
Gosh,
well,
it just slowly gets higher and higher and higher.
A fly.
well, you'd have to go probably back into the main city, but you go in and you head west.
Yeah, think about that one.
You go. Yeah, right.
He puts his fingers up to make L's, but then says west.
You'd have to go towards the circle wall. Hit the circle wall, pull it around to the left. A small building with an eagle on it, carrying a letter. That's where you want to go.
Or that might
Okay.
be a little on the nose too.
It's not an owl, because,
Harry Potter copyrights things.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh,
Yep.
Cool. Good to know.
Anything else?
Yes.
Oh,
I want to know,
that looks cool.
is the slave trade legal here?
What? That is the most random question,
we're not there.
just out of the blue.
And you see him go from huh to. He kind of looks at you and does a little he suddenly is. It's hard for him to hold your gaze. The slave trade is not legal per se, but if it benefits the Scoursian, it's allowed more.
The skirts again?
He doesn't. He doesn't like doing work himself.
Right, obviously.
I see. Do you happen to know where they operate out of?
The slave trade?
Yeah.
No.
His voice got all of a sudden deeper. No.
That's not suspicious.
Thank you. Great.
Hey, is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
For now.
He turns around and he keeps his eyes on you, and then he walks into the back, and you hear lowered voices.
Awesome. I'm going to go try to find the mail place.
Okay.
Not the female place.
No, not the mail place.
Yes, sexist.
Which you have noticed here in the harbor town, there are a couple of those places. It's on you.
What places, Justin?
Oh, dude.
You don't feel awkward saying what places in a church?
Oh, yes.
Yes, you've seen a couple what you would assume to be brothels
Brothels.
Brothels.
I slurred. It doesn't mean anything.
Brothels.
Come on, son, say it with your chest. Don't say
You've
it.
seen a couple houses of lady favors. The house of lady
Well, the men favor
Joshua
them.
was gonna like spit out his water.
No.
You've seen a couple buildings that would appear based on the clientele and kind of the traffic going in and out.
AKA, it's sketch.
Yeah,
Sketch, bro.
yeah. It is sketch.
No go.
You walk up north, and it takes you about a half an hour. Roll a perception check.
Yeah, bro.
D12.
Oh, he knows about the
He does know.
18 plus.
4.
22.
22.
All right. So it actually you
You know everything.
walk up, you walk up and you hit the wall and you skirt around it, and it takes you probably 5 minutes from the time you hit the wall to see the large red sign out front with the black imprint of the eagle carrying a small parcel.
How does he know it's not a raven carrying a letter? Okay, just
He
saying.
rolled a 22. Yeah, so you walk inside and it smells like paper and ink. Like it's just everywhere. You walk in there and it's like paper,
It's just
ink,
the worst.
and then like the underlying smell is something
Stamp adhesive.
something akin to like
That is
wax.
a nice smell.
Um,
too. It's like
Nice, that smell. Yeah, something akin to a wax kind of underlies it all, and it is a mess. There's these big bins of letters and parcels all sorted by size. So like really small parcels are in the one kind of closest to the front wall, and going back, and then they get slightly bigger, and then there's just this big stack of like boxes, like wooden boxes, for shipping, and then there's this little like maybe 1.5 foot space between the boxes and the counter. That you see one box has like fallen over and plugged that spot. And as you walk in, a man like rushes out and he's like, "Yes, but what can I help you with?" And he's got this pair of glasses on that has these two little flipping little
Magnifiers.
discs. And he goes, "Yes, what can I help you with?"
Hi. I was looking for a way to send a letter.
You see, he
Back
puts a
home.
little lock on so that the two things stay up. Oh, you want to send a letter? Mm-hmm. Okay, well that just happens to be my specialty. What can I send for you?
Josh said that.
There's
too.
something in the water that put everybody on crack.
We're all gonna turn into this in a
Need
couple
a
of sessions.
Valium.
Well, how much will it cost?
Oh well, where are you sending it to?
Al-Shala?
Oh, I haven't got very many of those.
Literally all the money.
How much money do you have
It's
on
like,
your person?
let's just start with how much do you have?
Do you want this sent by land or sea?
Which one's cheaper?
By sea.
Okay, then let's go with that one.
Okay, so
are so nice
I
to each
have
other.
a shipment going out in 2 days to that area. It would probably take what? You can see him computing math in his head, and he goes through it. It'll take about a week and a half to get across the straits, and then it's probably another 3 days. So it'll probably take about 2 weeks to get to Al-Shala and then to get into the mail distributing center there.
Okay. Did you say a cost?
Oh! 6 silver pieces. No, wait. How big is the package?
Just a letter.
Oh, 6 silver pieces.
It would have been more funny if you said like, oh yeah, no, it's like the size of an elephant. He's like, yeah, no, still 6.
I wish I had
If it
horns
gets
waggling.
smaller, that's when it goes up.
Some places, I swear, it's like that.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. Ugh.
Maybe I'll come back and send one, but for right now, I'm gonna
Oh, so
pass.
now you don't want it.
Okay.
I don't have hornswoggling.
You don't what?
Hornswoggle. It's a reference.
It's from a game. Basically, it's like
Markiplier played
it's like
this game.
Markiplier played it. It's the
And if you have this Hornswoggling ability,
it's basically
all your costs in the game go down.
it's like
'Cause
negotiation.
You can like
So he's like, I'm gonna hornswoggle you,
yeah.
Yeah.
and then he pays like half price.
Like
Yeah.
using charisma to.
Yeah,
negotiate.
basically. Yeah. Just use
You,
charisma.
you do not have
Don't
horns.
have great charisma.
Yeah, and as you turn around, he's like, "Let me get the door," and he like rushes around the counter, and then he goes like full speed around the corner, and you have that thought of, "Oh, the box!" Poof. Never mind. Bye. And he just kind of like,
I'm just gonna lay here for a minute.
yeah. You see his head like sticking out, and he goes, "Bye," and you hear him like sit up and go, "Ow."
Can I help him pick everything up?
Nothing else fell over.
Okay.
He just tripped on the one box and
Okay.
He just ate it on the corner.
yeah.
Okay.
And you see his glasses have like skittered out a
just
little
an
bit. You see his glasses have like skittered out onto the floor a little bit.
Okay.
And out of the back you hear, "What was that?" You hear a little grunt, and this normal-sized man, yeah, not skinny, not big, just kind of normal-sized dude walks out.
Just right.
Just right. Says,
Who touched my spaghetti?
"Sorry about Carson. He's a
No.
bit
Oh,
excitable.
he's green.
Um,
Ugh.
did he help you with everything you needed today?
Yep. For now. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day."
Yeah,
You
what
too.
the
And
heck
as you
is
walk
that
out of here,
supposed to mean?
"Carson, how many times do I have to tell you to?" And the door shuts, and you walk out.
Where
I
is
want
this?
to know what he said. How many times?
That's
Not to be so stupid.
here.
Yeah.
That's this one.
Okay.
All right. So you head up there. What are you doing now?
I'm just gonna head back to the Tubby Duckling.
All right. So which place are you guys going to first?
I think might as well start where we can get some food. Tubby Duckling, and if we have no luck there, the Felled Dragon sounds like a decent place maybe to go in the morning. I'd like to pick up a few supplies before venturing into the sewers.
I have a job. I can quit my job. It's fine.
It's a 2-minute notice.
Yeah. Honestly, this is probably more important than anything. That sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Man of many words. And just take off.
No, it's
Seems like you guys are going to be great. No words. We're great. This is awesome. Yeah, so you guys go into the Tubby Duck. You see, oh jeez, what'd you make?
nothing.
I want to see it now.
No,
Dude, come on.
this is me, bro. In my dreams. Except for I would have more hair in my dreams.
Yeah, so you see the three men you talked with at lunch sitting in the back corner.
Oh, yeah.
And then you
Totally
see...
don't know their names.
Yeah,
Dang
you
it.
see the
I'm
large
not
man
the
that
person.
had
ran
taken
into
the
the back
weasel outside
Oh, that guy.
last night, and the four guys that
the
went with
big
him.
angry man.
And then 3 or 4 other guys that are just sitting there. They're playing dice, they're eating, they're laughing, they're having a good time. You walk in, and no bartender at the moment. He would appear to be vacant. And every time you've seen him going in and coming out, he's always been there, just doing something at the bar.
Suspicious.
Do I notice anything else off about the bar?
Make a... Are you just looking at it, or are you like going up and like...
Well, I just mean like the space. Like, is there anything that like gives me an uneasy feeling? Anybody, like a person who seems sketch, or what might have caused the bartender to just like not be there?
Yeah, make a perception check.
12. Not great.
Not
Terrible.
Not really. He's just not there. His rag is on the the bar along with the mug you had
Wait,
been-
can I do it? Can I also do the same thing? Or is it just?
I mean, if you want to.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you think that you'd find that kind of odd that he isn't there.
I guess. I don't know. I kind of feel bad that she's doing all the work. There. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna find anything either. So it's like, what is that? It's
Wisdom.
a 10. Or no, wisdom. Yeah, no, it's still a 10.
No. Perception. So you add your perception. bonus.
Oh.
Oh, is he
So I
trying
think-
to perception?
Oh, well,
This
this
is
is
your
a 6,
perception
first
bonus.
of all. This is a 6, so yeah, it'd be a 9.
Nine.
For just
Yeah,
busting that.
you see pretty much the same thing. There's
Nine.
9. There's the rag, the mug, and just people that there's a few new people. But other than that, nothing more.
Well, we're staying in a Tubby Duckling. I'm assuming you're not from here either, originally.
I just got in like yesterday.
So did I. So you don't know of anyone who might be of assistance in this task?
Well, there was the big brawny guy from work. He seems like he'd be pretty handy in a fight.
You want to see if he's interested in joining us in this task, and I'll see if I can figure out what happened to the bartender so we can get some food and
Sure.
I can ask him some questions.
All right. Sounds like a good idea.
Do you want food? Should I order you something?
Oh, sure.
All right.
What I don't know. What are they having? I don't know what they're having.
God only knows.
Hopefully not shepherd's
As
pie.
long as it's edible, I'll eat it.
All right.
But drain the broth off.
Just the meat. Just the meat.
Just... All right.
I'm allergic to broth, guys.
You're sensitive.
Yeah, I'm sensitive, guys.
I had
All right,
a
so
couple
you
of
walk
those
up to the-
kids this week.
You walk up to the bar, and then you walk over to the 3 guys.
Yeah, bro.
All right. So you walk over there, and the
I'm like, hey.
hey guys, what's up? Remember me? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy with the darker dude. He's facing the door, and he saw you come in. And as you walk over, he kind of acknowledges you.
The big guy?
No, the
Oh, no,
the
the guy
medium
who
guy
talked.
with the dark hair.
Talk the most.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dark hair.
Dark.
You know.
He's just constantly. He's like, where'd I go? Oh, you guys see?
I can't see you. You can't see me.
Yeah, so he's facing the door, and you look to be just having a conversation, and then as you came up, he kind of just like, shh. What's up?
Well, seems like this is a little bit of a coincidence, but I just came over here to ask you gentlemen if you had interest in helping me and an associate take on whatever is down in the sewers. 10 gold in
Instantly
for each.
when you say the thing in the sewer, the big man turns to you
Oh shoot, I was hoping not to.
and says, "If you go down there, you're gonna die. Mark my words." And then he turns back. The skinny guy, once again, he looks at the big guy and he looks a little confused. And then you just kind of see a little resolve in his eyes, like, I'm gonna figure out what's going on with him. And
Are
then,
they like a couple? Like what the heck?
no, they're 3 guys that have worked together for a few years.
Oh, okay.
And then the darker guy says, "Easy there, buddy."
The dark.
The darker guy. Going down there is a suicide mission. We've already tried. We have no desire to try again.
When did you try?
5 months ago.
Well,
You see our little merry band? There used to be 5 of us.
well, dang. Well, then I guess that is a no from you, and I wish you all the best. But regardless whether or not you're coming, I'm still willing to try. So,
Well,
if you
You're looking
speak
for
your
men.
crew-
if you're looking for men, Iron Fist Brewing is a good place, but mean, the skinny guy's like, well, there's the fell dragon, and the darker guy's like, that's not the place to go. We're a rough crew.
Wow. Have you seen this girl? Like, honestly.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in your endeavor. Be more than 2 if you go down there.
Well, that's what we're hoping for.
That's why we asked you for
Oh,
help.
yeah, tell Jason I'm not going to make it into work tomorrow.
I think I got the black lung.
Do I actually say that?
Yeah, but like way cooler. Like, yeah, tell Jason I probably won't make it into work tomorrow. And then like I stare off into the distance for some reason. And then I awkwardly walk away from the table.
He forgot what else he was gonna say.
Just like,
And then as you walk away, you hear a, well, Jason will understand why he's not at work tomorrow.
oh, okay, good to know. So that's
And then
like
they
basically
just
my
go back- they just go back,
resignation.
Your
for now.
ability is the smolder.
Yes. This thing you do. Are you having
Do you have
you seen
control over
the new
that,
trailer?
or is it just
Are you
like
having a
natural?
stroke? Breathe.
All right.
That was a lot funnier than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
All right. What, you just walk up to the bar?
Yeah. Is there like a bell or something? Or
Nope.
Ding dong, bing bong.
you said there's like
Dead.
a tankard there. Is it like metal?
No, it's wood.
Oh,
Well,
that's
that'll
not
work.
as helpful. Yeah. I was gonna like smack something and get it against it.
I could knock on the table.
I can't. Is there much of a distance between the desk and the back kitchen area?
No, and there's a window that food is
that
put
I
through.
saw the guy stick his head through last night. Yeah, I just kind of
Marv.
It's not Mark.
Or
was Rafe.
Rafe.
Rafe. I just kind of walk back there a little bit and I knock on the edge of the window. Hey,
So you go behind the bar.
Yeah.
like how behind the bar is it though?
It's like, so it's like the bar, and then around the end, and then like the window starts about 5 feet behind the bar.
Oh, so it's tucked in more. I was picturing it like further to the side, so
Yeah.
it was a little less like, hey, I'm behind your bar. No, I'll just
do it anyway.
I don't know the guy's name. That's a problem.
That is a problem.
Barkeep.
Barkeep.
I just kind of holler back into the window.
Hey, yo, barkeep.
Around the edge of the door, see. He's out. What can I do for you? You see,
Oh, it's
the,
Rafe.
the very painfully thin kid with like the messed up teeth and the.
Well, I have some business with him. I also need dinner.
Oh right. Well, what are you looking for dinner? And he's still just like poked around the edge of the door.
Something edible, preferably.
I wouldn't eat here if you're looking for that. But if you're hell bent on being here, I can get you the best I can come up with.
If you're hell bent.
You're a really good salesman.
I appreciate
Just saying it like it is.
Could you tell me where? And he didn't give me his name. He's also not the world's greatest salesman. What is the barkeep's name?
Barkeep's, well, my dad. That's
I am
Very different accents. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have known if I just told me.
that's William. His name's William.
I would not have guessed that.
All right, William. Willie.
What are you looking?
All right, Mr. Willie. Would you be able to tell me where he went so I could track him down? It's pretty important.
He went out to an associate's. I'm 17. He doesn't really tell me where he goes.
But you're his son.
All right.
But if I had to guess, it would have been over to the I'm like, one sec. And he goes back into the back, and you hear, you want me to grab food for you while I'm back here?
I will pass.
All right.
Based off of
previous
your salesmanship.
All right. Well, that's fair. And you hear him open a door, go in. Ka-dum. couple minutes pass. He comes back out.
Just leaves.
The back door.
I just kind of peek over the edge of the bar, and if I see if there's any like hard liquor that looks like it's appealing.
Pick me up some of that.
There are a couple bottles of whiskey behind the bar. One of them looks like it's been opened, and it's down. The neck and shoulders are off of it. And yeah, there's probably 2 or 3 bottles that aren't opened yet.
Okay. I make a note of them.
All right.
Yeah, I'll like to make 2 notes of those.
Oh man. Yeah, a couple minutes later he comes back and he's like, yeah, he actually comes out the door now. Yeah, he went over to his associates. They're a partnership in a group venture over at the Felled Dragon.
Oh.
Okay.
That's coincidental.
Seems an interesting place for your father to be.
Yes, well, he made a business deal with said owner
When was
a
that?
few years back, 4 or 5 if I recall correctly. But as you can imagine, I was pretty young then. So
4 or 5 years
How old
ago.
are
That's
you?
interesting.
17. He's 17.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I'm 93. What you didn't know about me is that I still live around there.
If you really knew me.
Yeah, if you really knew me, you
Level
would know.
100.
I'm actually 97. I'm an elf. I just look like a human because I want to.
Because I want to. You understand? It's my choice.
All right. I suppose my final question for you, and I'm not sure I want to ask this, but where would you recommend eating?
Oh.
I mean, you have enough sense not to eat what comes from here, but
Well, if I had to say, Ironfish Brewing makes some real good food if you're willing to pay a little more.
Mm-hmm.
But
You're not there.
if you're trying to stay on budget, you should probably go out to the Felled Dragon. That's the cheapest, best food I can think of.
seems like you really want me at the Felled Dragon, so I suppose that's where I will go. All right. Thank you. I believe I heard your name was Rafe.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Rafe.
All right.
And I'm sorry.
Ooh.
And I just walk away.
Have a good night now. Mm-hmm. And he walks back in the kitchen.
How well do you keep inventory?
Oh boy. Here we go.
I mean, I'm a folk hero, so I can't really do much. But
Yeah, no. I'm a neutral good. I mean, that would be good for me, but
right.
just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I head over to Vallah.
Whiskey? You can't make whiskey wrong, okay?
I submit that is false.
That's
I mean,
Probably you're the only one with drinking experience, but like I'm just
Probably.
saying, my character, you can't make.
yeah,
whiskey
no, if
wrong.
you have
Your
a different
character will
purpose
drink
than taste,
anything.
then no, you can't go wrong. It's like people who use Everclear vodka. That stuff's
Oof.
like shoe cleaner. Stuff is
Yikes.
terrible.
Boy.
But hey,
So right as you walk over, where did you stand?
He was at the table.
I was talking to the dudes at the table,
Right.
and now I'm.
So you guys kind of meet up in the middle of the room, and then about that time, the door, and in walks dude.
Me?
Yes.
Dude!
The human. He's got. You see your long. Describe it. I can't remember.
Redescribe yourself.
Well, I have long, dark brown hair. And like longer, and then
Longer than Jesus' hair?
yeah, and then
So like mid back?
yeah,
Oh.
and then
That's gonna become handy in a fight.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Okay, continuing. Long dark brown hair, middle of your back.
yeah, and then I have a shorter beard and like lighter skin, but I am a little bit tan, and I'm 5'11".
So you're like
So
a
I'm
white
shorter
dude with a
than both of you.
tan
Yeah,
and not particularly tall. Okay.
compared to you guys.
Well,
No.
I mean,
We kind of own the room.
You guys are standing almost in the dead center of it.
Right.
You walk in and you see them having a small conversation, kind of like right on the movie.
Are we talking?
Well, we will be.
All right.
I mean, these things happen simultaneously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so.
this is layered.
Yeah. So what are you guys talking about? You guys just and then you see.
I just come to find out what he knows about anything.
Oh, well,
Any luck?
no. They've already tried a couple months ago. Said there used to be 5 of them before they went in. Only 3 of them came out.
You hear the only 3 of them came out as you walk by from the Goliath.
So I think we're gonna want a healer when we go through. If we're gonna be in a
You hear that,
tussle.
and then you hear that sentence up until if we're gonna be in a tussle, and then you keep walking, or that's when you pass by them.
Okay.
The barkeep's not here. He's out at the Fell Dragon doing some business, which seems odd to me, as we've been told it's a place of mercenaries and the rough types. So I think we might have our best bet finding some help in this endeavor if we head to the Fell Dragon. Also, according to our friend Rafe, who works in the kitchen, don't eat here. Eat
Okay.
there. So we can grab some chow and
And as you walk away, you hear business Fell Dragon from them, and then
How many times you walk? He's just like
I'm just like pacing back and forth.
he's just like slow. He like moves
I
the
think
salt and pepper
after I heard-
shaker around the
yeah, he's doing
table.
one of those.
After I heard healer, I slowed down a little bit. But
Yeah, you kind
You're
of
just like walking by a healer.
you just like hit honey. You
Moves
just,
into slow motion.
yeah.
We're just like watching him the whole time, like, wow, he's going real slow.
What just happened to him?
He is now as physically slow as you are mentally.
Oh!
But I make up for it with my physical.
There you go.
Dang!
We all have our strengths.
What I lack in brawn, I make.
I have 17.
in brain.
Nice. So do I.
Oh, well, dang it. She's as strong as me. Dang.
I also have a 17 dex.
Oh, jeez.
I rolled really well this time. I don't normally roll very
Yeah,
well.
I rolled crap.
He rolled the most average character I think I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
He rolled like a 15 and a bunch of others.
Usually I have at least one character that's a negative 1 or 2 modifier.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had Ileana, who was negative 2 dex.
Wow.
And Remy, I think, is a negative 1 charisma. She's
I
kind of like,
wish.
I don't give
She's
a crap
the most
about
beloved
anything.
person.
And
So funny.
if we talk too long about something, she just takes off. She just makes a decision. We were arguing about which direction to go in a keep that we were clearing out, and they were spent so much time talking about which way we should go. She just like flipped a coin and just started walking.
Dang.
She's like, this is ridiculous.
All right. So
Um,
that sounds like a good idea to head over there.
All right.
and then what are you doing after you walk?
Well, I'm going to grab my gear first. Let me grab my gear first. And then run up to my room. Well, I'll walk slowly up to my room. So I don't...
so
Avoiding all the buildings.
I'm walking up the stairs, correct?
Yeah, at the
Remember
same
the
time.
stairs with the avoid those.
Right.
Um,
And I'm not like fully geared for a fight, but I definitely have my 2 swords and like half my armor on, like most of it, but not all the chain.
okay.
So are we on the stairs at the same time?
You walk up
Oh.
and your perception bonus is a +4.
I might pass you in the hall, though.
Your legs are longer than his, so you
That's-
should
Yes.
move a little quicker.
Yes. So you do notice as you walk up, there are like slashes on certain stairs. You step on one that has a slash, it goes, and you're like, keep going, and you like test another one. You start skipping
There are small
those.
kittens hidden under each stair.
That's so evil.
Rafe
That's what the sound you made, dude.
Rafe is just like, hey, those are my cats.
That's where she went. I knew she had kittens. Oh my gosh. So you kind of start avoiding the ones with a little hash mark, and you had which room? 7A?
A7.
It's on your sheet.
Yeah, A7.
Yeah, okay. So you hang a left, and what was your key?
A1.
A1? Yeah. So
He
you,
likes him some steak sauce.
yeah.
Yeah, when I was listening to the recording and I heard that, I was like, steak sauce.
Yeah, so you walk up and you hang a left and then kind of quickly up the stairs and then into the first room on the A side goes in the Goliath. You walk over to your room. You are now in your room. It's pretty small. There's like on the very like edge of the building, there's like a bucket and there's a pipe at the bottom of the bucket to serve as a toilet.
It's like, why do we have a bucket?
And then
You have a bucket?
there's a
You had one too, you just didn't know what it was.
I'm just like,
You're just
scratching
You
that-
stored stuff in it instead.
You guys like
all
got
my
your
weapons are.
It's like a weapon
It's like
can.
an umbrella holder.
This is a really convenient place to put my spear. Yeah, that's right.
Your spear just falls through.
That's a design flaw.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. And then against the right wall is your cot, and then there's a small like dresser. It's like 2 drawers, and then like a mirror with like a crack in it. They show very different images. One is like the floor, one is the ceiling. There's no real middle ground. So that's pretty much your room. It was a really cheap acquisition.
Yes.
Just a place to lay your head. You walk in and there's your gear, kind of your armor piece, your crossbow, your bolts, and your travel backpack. And what are you doing now?
I need to find something to eat. So I guess I'm just gonna kind of check with my stuff and grab some things and then head out to go find somewhere to buy food.
Okay. What time are you guys thinking you guys are good till?
Me?
It's playtime?
5.
Yeah.
5?
I have to be at my house at 5:30. So
5 what? You what?
5:30.
You doing what?
Well, Natalie's bringing dinner, and then we're gonna be filming.
Oh, okay. All right. So you kind of put on your armor piece and grab your bow and your crossbow and your bolts.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You walk out and the pair aren't there anymore. You walk out onto the street and you realize, I never asked anybody about where to get food. And you're now standing outside,
Yes.
looking around.
I'm just gonna pick a direction and walk in that direction.
Cool. Roll a d4.
Yep. Pyramid. Uno.
You walk north.
Okay.
All right. Cool. You walk for about 10 minutes. It has now turned into residential and market area. No, you haven't really passed any inns at all.
Nice job, Josh. Great.
You're just treading off.
Anything else? You what? 10 minutes of walk in one direction, nothing.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm gonna. Is there anybody like around on the street?
Not really. There's only a couple people. Most people have gone into like taverns or whatever to kind of do their thing for the night and then go home.
Is there anybody near me? Like.
There's one woman walking south. She's in mostly leathers. She's got a high ponytail. It's got a leather wrap on it, and she's got a rapier on her left hip.
Can I ask her where? Can I go up to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
walk
Excuse
up
me. Can I ask you a question?
Yes. What's gonna help you with?
That was a woman.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, what can I help you with?
Go good.
All right.
Is there a good place to eat around here?
Well, the kind of food are you looking for?
Oh, she's Russian.
I don't know. I'm looking for some bread, actually.
Some bread?
Mm-hmm.
That would be in the marketplace, but it's closed for the day.
Okay.
Oh, nice job there, Copernicus.
Wow. Hey, you never called me that anymore. Okay. Is there any other place that you'd recommend?
Well, the
$3 says the felled dragon.
Come on, dragon.
Oh gosh. I gotta find Subway. Well, I would not recommend the Tubby Duck. It's kind of sketchy.
That's where I'm staying.
Oh.
Good luck. You see, she kind of like traces a symbol in the air.
To ward off bad luck.
Iron Fist Brewing makes a good plate. There are a few taverns on the east side of the harbor that could be that I have been to that make a fairly good plate as well.
Okay. Well, thank you for your help.
Just no problem. And she keeps walking
She's
on.
Russian, dude. She's been around.
I'm gonna head to Iron Fist Brewing.
Awesome. So you actually walk with her for about 5 or 6 minutes, like along with her.
nice.
Like awkward thing where you
Hey,
say
thanks
bye
for your
and
help.
then you, like,
Super
walk
awkward.
away.
Yeah.
Walk
As
right
you
next
both
to him the
walk
whole
in
time.
the same way.
Oh gosh.
And then
It's
you
the worst.
yeah, I know, right? You split off to go into Iron Fist.
Yeah.
You walk in, and you see Calliope.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, you went there, you
standing there.
dummy.
I know. I knew it.
You went there, and she's standing behind the bar. And as you enter, she like looks and kind of goes.
What did you do to
and
her,
like
dude?
serves a couple drinks to a patron and says, "Yes, Talon, what can I do for you tonight?"
I'm looking for a meal.
Where are you?
Well, I'll be right back. What exactly are you looking for?
What do you have?
We have a steak tonight. We have some stew. We have mashed potatoes along with the steak. Anything in particular you're looking for?
The mashed potatoes and steak sounds good.
Okay, be right back.
Well, it ain't no shepherd's pie, but
Ain't no shepherd's pie. She walks into the back, and then you hear out from the back, "Would you like an ale with that?"
Sure.
Okay.
of course you would.
She walks out with a plate of food that she hands to you and puts the ale on the table and says, "All right, 10 copper."
Okay. I will. Which is the same thing as a silver, right?
10 copper
Yes.
into a silver, yeah.
So I'm just gonna give her a piece of silver.
1 silver. Awesome.
Nah. It's like, nah.
Nah, 10 copper.
That's like if somebody were like, yeah, it's 4 quarters. You mean $1? No,
It's 4 quarters.
it's 4 quarters.
What are you, a vending machine?
That'd be so funny though.
Yeah, so she takes the silver and she sticks it in her open pocket. Anything else I can do for you tonight?
Oh, she just pocketed the money?
Yes.
Oh, snap. She's stealing, bro.
No.
Get her.
All right, well, enjoy your evening. And
She seems nice.
She turns back around and keeps doing a couple other things.
Fun. I'm just gonna eat the.
Well,
Awesome.
I'd hope so. You paid.
Yeah, so you take about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes-ish to eat and drink at your leisure. There's not really anyone to speak of. There's a couple people that look like captains that walk in and sit down at the same table. Calliope comes and serves them. Looks like they spent a little more money to get either a bigger and or what looks like a nicer ale.
Ooh, my people.
I mentioned ale. Ooh, my people.
Well, it's my character flaw, alright? Jeez, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so nothing really. It just looks like the officers of kind of the ships that come in. So you guys are heading to the Felled Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
So yeah, you walk down there, and it's a really hard sign to miss. It is like, it's a black dragon, this big old sword pinning it to the ground, and just below it, it's like red, and they put a lot of work into this sign. Off of the wood, like there's pieces of wood that are painted red as if it's like dripping off the sign.
Yikes, that's aggressive.
Got a big marketing budget.
Yeah.
Outside, there's two guys. One is in hides, and he has a sword stuck in the ground. The other guy is in no armor, and he just has an axe laid against the side of the wall behind it, beside him. And as you guys approach, they both kind of stand up and look at you. What's your business?
Heard there's a decent meal in here.
There is indeed. Anything else?
Should there be? Do I need another reason to come here?
We'd like to know if our patrons have any funny business on the side, or are attempting to market anything.
Market? I wouldn't say we're marketing anything.
What would you say then?
I mean, we're looking to make friends. Is that a problem? Are we not friendly here?
Dude, yeah, I'm totally letting her do all the talking.
You rarely make friends here.
I'm gonna
Just
just make
business partners.
I'm gonna make a mean face.
and then they both sit down as motion to enter.
Are they the bouncers?
Basically.
Awesome.
You open the door and instantly it's like cigarette smoke, old spilled ale. There's some
My
BO mixed in there. Yeah. There's a little bit of BO mixed in there.
Yeah, my people.
And it is crowded. It's about the ceiling's about almost 7 feet tall, and it's a good thing because there's a couple really tall individuals.
Because I'm 6'5".
What?
Because I'm 6'5", so it is a good thing.
This is a good thing, yes.
Yeah.
There's also like people taller than you.
Really?
They're, like walking around.
No way.
And there's probably about 15-ish tables, and it kind of like goes off to the right and goes this way a little bit, and then it comes to the wall over here, and the bar is along this wall and it moves in front of you and a little to your left. But the tables are packed in there. There's no aisle. It's just bunches of tables, and then in front of you there's a small open space with like a little table that is supposed to be like a hostess station, I guess. And
What are you doing?
Do you want to like a Twinkie now? Or
Yeah, see, she got it.
I mean, I got that, but I was
ding
like
dong.
really confused.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you
that
guys
sounds so
stop
good
at the
right now.
front and kind of just stand
Not
there
even a Twinkie, let's be
awkwardly
Not
as
gonna
like
lie.
nobody really comes and greets you. There's just
Racist.
rowdy like just sailors, and they look a little bit tougher than the ones in the Tubby Duck. You get the sense,
Yeah.
kind of the people at the Tubby Duck are that like yellow water that came off the shepherd's pie. They're just kind of like the we don't like you, but they're like I won't be like a brah, sailor, and they're like yeah we're gonna go have our own little like gang.
Yeah, I literally hang out at a place called the Tubby Duckling versus
Right.
the Feld Dragon.
Right.
I feel like that enough told me
Yeah.
Yeah.
what kind of clientele this was going to be.
Like,
And so, yeah, right as you walk in, you instantly see like a card game, a dice game. You see a big dragon chess set over kind of on your left. There's a lot of like gambling and money passing hands in here. You get the sense that these are a little bit more kind of like bosun, first mate type people off ships that have a little more coin to spend and come and have a
But
good,
still aren't captains.
good rowdy night. Yes. Yep. Not quite the captains. And after 2 or 3 minutes,
so they are in need of a leader.
oh my gosh, that would take a lot of coin and some natural 20s on persuasion, just so you know.
Well, what's this? A natural 20.
Yeah, as you walk in, you stand there for a couple minutes, kind of awkwardly, just like, oh, what do we do now? And then after a little while, a woman behind the bar, she's a little heavier set, and she comes around and is like, what can I do for you? like yells at you from like the bar. She's kind of like looking around the corner. What can I do for you?
Not draw attention to it.
Yeah, and you notice like at that moment, that like 3 or 4 tables just like stop and like look at you, and then look at her, kind of like make a note of you, and then go back. But they like glance up at you every once in a while.
Yeah, I'm pretty used to it. I walk to the bar. No need to yell. As I'm walking up, I'm kind of just scanning for William, the barkeep.
Okay, make a perception check.
Oh,
and
I actually forgot about
so-
William.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Yeah, you can as well if you want to.
4?
Nope.
Well, you did better than me.
What did you roll?
1.
Oh, I look like a 4 to me. Dang, son.
I'm pretty sure it was a natural 1. Either way, it was going to be
This is
like
low.
a 7. 7
yeah.
would have been max.
You are fairly intent on this woman that just yelled at you guys and drew a lot of attention to yourselves. You walk up and she's in like a nice dress and in a apron and stuff that is like tied around her waist, and it's got some stains on it, but it looks like she tries to keep her outfit as clean as possible.
Decent appearance.
Yeah, she's got her hair pulled back, a couple locks of like rogue locks of hair like coming down on the side. Anything I can get for you, or are you just gonna stand there awkwardly?
Well, I wouldn't have said it was awkward. We were looking, but we could use a meal, and we heard this was a decent place to eat.
Yes, indeed. You looking for a big meal, small meal?
Medium-sized meal. I have a hearty appetite, but not that. I don't like to, do too many calories.
Right.
What are calories?
Right. Well, we've got a shepherd's pie we just made.
I've got a really bad connotation with shepherd's pie at the moment.
Same.
Well, we'll not do that one.
We've been staying at the Tubby Duckling.
Ha!
We're aware of that now.
Yes. Well, we've got a good slice of apple pie for dessert if you want it. We got some beef stew. We got some steak in the back. We got
Beef stew, you say? Is it possible to drain the broth?
She kind of gives you a little look.
I do too.
So you're saying you just wanted the meat?
That's precisely what I'm saying.
Why don't you just buy the steak?
Oh, yeah, that'd be better. You know what? I like my meat cut for me. I actually didn't hear him say steak. My bad. I didn't hear him say steak. Well, I actually don't really like steak, so.
It makes it better. I actually hate steak in real life.
I do, in real
Y'all
life.
are crazy.
Yeah.
Both Amari and Miriam like steak, and that is what I will order.
Awesome. Would you like the greens and the potatoes with that?
Yeah, what is this gonna run me? And with the pie, it sounds very delightful. It's been a while since I've had pie.
Well, for all of that would be...
It's mail. I need something to wash it down.
that'll be 12 copper.
All right, so 1 silver, 2 copper. All right.
There you go.
All right. And what can I get for you?
No, that stew thing, that was a legit request.
All right then. You want the greens or anything, or mashed potatoes or bread or anything with that?
Mashed potatoes sound pretty good.
All right. You
You know,
want?
if you just put those on top of the meat, it basically makes you a shepherd's pie, which you could order.
But no. No.
I love how he's the picky eater out of the three of us.
No.
So good. You want
He
the-
wants the deconstructed
Deconstructed shepherd's pie, please.
That's my favorite thing in culinary. We're like, I want to make a deconstructed hamburger. I want to make a deconstructed taco. You're just taking it apart and putting the pieces on a plate. What's wrong with you? Ah, my gosh. All right. Well, do you want the pie or some ale with that?
No pie, double on the ale.
Oh, it's 2 ales. You want a?
He's a big guy.
With that, that's great. You can just get some harder liquor and you can be the same price. But-
Oh, really? Ooh, you have that? Yeah. How much is that?
She leans forward and goes, "Honey, we serve
Honey.
sailors here. They don't get a lot of alcohol on the seas.
My people.
When they come here, they really got to forget the C's.
Okay.
She leans
I
back.
pick up what you're putting down. So, do the hard alcohol, does that come in bottles, or what's the situation there?
Oh, yes.
Well, I might want to save something
Amari is starting to
later.
question her life choices.
I'm not saying I'll drink it all now.
Well,
I mean, I'm not saying it.
for the
Good luck.
for a bottle of the whiskey, it's running you 2 gold.
Oh, damn, never mind. I'm not that.
But then
Maybe after the adventure.
Oh, yeah, we could celebrate.
you
Okay,
just
cool.
come back and
Actually, yeah, let's do that. Okay, put me down for one of those, and then, like, whatever else, the meal, throw the ale on, and then we'll call it good.
Okay, so for the ale and that'll be so it'll be 2 gold, 1 silver, and 2 copper. You take off.
Okay, 2 gold, so 7. Wait, say it again. 7. 2
One.
Gold, 1 silver, 2 copper.
Yeah.
1 silver,
1,
2
2.
copper. 1 1 2? They said
1,
2.
2, 1,
One.
2.
2 1 2.
2 gold for the bottle of whiskey,
Oh.
1 silver, and then 2 copper. Unless you just want to mark off 12 copper.
No, I'm already doing configurations. 2 1 2. 7. And then 2 is 9. Aha! I got it. Okay, there you go. So now I have a bottle of whiskey.
Worried yet?
Maybe.
I have a bottle of whiskey.
He's like count. You watch him as he like counts out his money. He's like, oh no, that's the wrong one. Those.
I just kind
How
of
many
reach
days-
over and I push one of the coins to the front of his hand.
That one.
So,
Yeah. So she hands you a bottle of whiskey. It's about this big.
oh, hells yeah. Bro.
Would you like a glass of that?
Nope. What the heck do you need a glass for?
She reaches around. She does 2 L's, puts them on the counter. I'll be right back with the meals for you. And she like looks at you like, I'll be right back with the meals for you. And just a little like, walks back into the back,
What?
gets food, comes back with 2 plates.
Sets of...
Is there a place at the bar to sit, or is there like a table nearby?
There's a place at the bar to sit. There's a couple tables that like in the back that have like 2 or 3 open spaces, but a lot of them are already kind of occupied with
Gambling and
gambling and things like that.
Then I'll just sit at the bar then.
All right.
I'm gonna just put this whiskey right. Keep close. Just stuff it under my shirt or whatever. Wherever I store stuff, I guess. Do I have a pack?
That'll be your backpack.
Yeah, my backpack. Yeah, I'll put it in there.
Your fanny pack.
It's just a big
It's like
old
a
freak-
bag of holding fanny pack.
Yes.
Awesome.
Like want that to be a thing now.
Ugh.
So yeah.
Yeah. So you guys get your food, sit at the bar. You guys spend a few minutes eating. Anything you guys are looking to do?
Eat.
Yeah. When she's got a second, I just try to get her attention. I didn't get your name.
Merrick.
Merc.
Merrick.
Merrick?
Merrick.
As in Meredith, but with an... Okay.
Except
But
not
nothing
at all like Meredith.
Except nothing like Meredith at all.
That's just how my character makes connections.
You actually say that?
So, like, yeah.
I don't know where you learned to spell, but not like that at all.
I'm not
Actually-
sure he did.
We didn't. I misspelled my own name, guys, on my paperwork.
Merrick. Merrick.
Oof.
Well, Merrick, I was also told that there might be an ability to make some associates at this fine establishment you have.
Yes, there is. There's a board in the back that has those looking for work. You could also just ask around the tables.
Is there anyone you know of who might be interested in making some coin, doing a bounty for the city?
Well, you're probably looking for. Well, there's a few you could look for.
Oh, I need a couple.
You need a couple.
Yeah.
Well,
That's just how I mean. I'm literally, but I'm so intent on the conversation at the same time. Just
Oh my god.
Do you even chew?
I feel like this is regret.
that's what the
over
mashed
here.
potatoes are for. I mix it all together so it's smooth. It just goes right down.
You still have to chew.
When you live in the mountains, come on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, people in the mountains don't chew their food. They just
They
swallow it whole.
don't. They don't.
Like snakes, they unhinge their jaws.
Oh, that'd be cool. Can I do that? Just take the whole
Certainly
plate.
try.
And he died by choking
On a plate.
a hunk of beef.
Just every so often, I'm like,
You know, if you chew the stuff.
it's just so good.
Traveled with worse. Traveled with worse. Traveled with
Just
worse.
constantly running through your mind.
Strange
He's not the
stew
worst.
is the
He's not the
best.
worst. He's not the worst. Well, there's two of them that I can think of. Well, there's three at the moment. There's a dragonborn. She points, and there's a
Ooh, let's get that person.
there's a dragonborn. He's got on splint armor. He's got a sword over his back, and he's sitting talking to a gnome. And she's like, and also the gnome he's sitting with. They make a very great fighting pair. It's kind of frightening. And you might want to also. She kind of looks around for a second.
Do these folks have names?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, you're looking for Orin Timbers Ashhart is the gnome,
Oh, the no.
Oh. Okay, definitely put that with the wrong.
Yeah, I was like.
and then Atosi's the dragonborn.
I wondered about that.
Yes, it was. Atosi's the name for the
A
dragonborn.
toes?
Atosi.
A toesy.
Like,
It's in like.
never mind, I
A
won't.
toesy.
A, the letter.
As
Toes.
in like atonement. No.
It's like
Yes,
atonement.
except nothing like
but
that.
without all the other letters except A.
I'm like, I gotcha. Alright.
And then he kind of looks. She kind of looks around. There it is. You're looking for Yertharak back in the back. You see,
Bless you.
no,
Charisma is low.
Yertharak. He's a half orc. You look back, and it's like a greenish gray skinned dude, no shirt.
My
Just
man.
like
Alright.
he's ripped. He's got on these like things on his forearms, and he's got a big old axe, just like resting kind of on the wall behind him, and he's sitting there eating, and he's
Like
in the
me?
process.
Yeah, like me. No train.
He kind of does a little like lean down just to reduce the
bashing?
distance.
Oh, yeah.
He's currently not sitting with anyone.
Broth in it doesn't splash. So eat it as far away as possible.
And he looks like he's seen some stuff. He's got a big old scar all the way across his face.
Yep, want him.
He's got long hair that's turned white right here where someone slashed him.
Oh,
I
I thought he was old.
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
He's just a beast.
He's just a beast.
Awesome.
And that's pretty much the extent of the ones I know, and I usually know who comes in here looking for work.
Do they have any specialties?
Well, Orange is a little sneaky bastard. You can find him down dark alleyways stabbing people in the back.
Okay.
Oh!
Doesn't sound-
And I immediately turn towards him. Don't turn my back on him.
I suppose he doesn't come with any, he doesn't look special. But, I've never seen him fall in a fight, and he spits at you, and it hurts a lot.
Because of acid?
But,
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
other than that,
They do.
Oh.
not really, and, if you want to know what Yertharak's, specialty is, he doesn't just care what he runs into. He'll run into anything.
Yep. My guy.
Yep, my guy.
We can only get paid for up to 5 people, so we have to choose wisely, and I'd like a healer in our group, so I'm not sure we should take space in our group with people who stab people in the back.
Agreed.
I already have trust issues. I don't need that.
And I feel like the two of them come
As
as
a
a
package
group.
deal.
I'll let you know that the little guy, he only stabs people in the back that hardly deserve it. One man stole from us, and he haunted him for a good 3 hours. Only 3 hours. Brought her gold back.
So honor amongst thieves.
Thieves.
All right, we'll think about it. But again, limited party size.
Hi, barkeep! Can I get a refreshment? Oh, sorry, be right back. She goes down to the end of the bar towards the door, and there's like this crotchety old, like, bent over, like, scraggly beard.
Yep, want him.
Scraggly beard. He's got this big tanker bill. It's like about the size of his head. He's got it on the thing, but the bar is like right here on him because he's like hunched over. Can I get a refill?
Do I recognize this as William?
No. This
That
guy's
just sounds cousin.
This guy's super. This guy's really thin.
It's like, everyone's related,
Yeah.
so.
Oh.
I mean, let's be real.
Oh, okay.
That's what it sounds like.
And she kind of leans down. Of course, PT boy. And she turns around, fills up the tanker, gives it back to him, walks back to you guys. So, anything else I can help you with?
Last thing, you've been very helpful. Merrick. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
like Meredith, but then not.
Yeah, Merrick.
Oh my gosh.
A gentleman by the name of William might be here doing some business. He's the barkeep at the Tubby Duckling. I was hoping to catch him.
She kind of does. She appears to be doing some mental calculations of.
Oh, I've done those too.
Really? She's a little better at it though.
she just kind of seems to just go from present to like super deep in thought. About 3 seconds later, I don't know exactly where he is at the moment, but I can get back to you.
I watch her eyes and stuff as she's talking, especially when I say it, when I notice that she's uncomfortable.
Okay.
See if they dart in a particular direction.
They look down and to the left a little bit, and then as they come back up, it's not a big twitch. Her head just kind of does one of these to the right, but she keeps eye contact with you. And you see her body kind of shift a tiny bit.
So she's a pretty good liar.
Yeah, what she gave to the right.
Yeah, I
All right. I appreciate it.
No problem.
We won't take up any more of your time.
Well, you've been very nice customers. Nicer than I'm used to dealing with.
There's no need to be rude if the moment doesn't account for it.
Well, if that's all. And she moves back, and you see a couple more customers come in at this point. What are you doing after you eat?
Well, how busy is the Iron Fist?
They pretty much ate and left. There's only 3 or 4 other people there now.
Okay. So I'm gonna flag down Calliope.
know. Why are you trying to start crap? Like, honestly, dude.
Oh, yes, Talon. What may I help you with?
Hi. Not that I really like talking to you, but I know that you hear things, so
Wow,
What have you
dude,
heard around here?
You are just asking for it.
Hold on. I don't know how that would happen.
Pulled my bottle away from my mouth and it
Oh, it splashed.
Well,
very cold.
there's been some attacks. I don't know if you've heard about those. I heard from a guard captain coming in here that there were a pair looking into those. Other than that, I mean, what are you looking for? I can only help you if I know what you're looking for.
I don't know if I should say.
Well, that doesn't
Bruh.
inspire trust.
You asked her a question.
Well, we never really trusted each other anyway, so.
You literally
Well,
just asked her over
that's
there to
fair.
argue, didn't you? Stop being like this.
That's fair, but to be honest, you were the one that wasn't honest.
Really?
Yes.
This is a lover's quarrel.
I know, it's so awkward, especially the fact that it's Justin he's arguing with.
I mean, it's only
gave-
awkward if you make it awkward.
He gave me the backstory.
Oh my
I'm just
gosh.
using it.
Just like he used her.
Oh!
I actually have no idea what happened.
Dang!
Well,
Josh.
Well, I happen to be looking for someone here.
Oh, and
Oh,
would that
really?
happen to be the one? That,
The
that
redhead.
one?
Really?
The redhead.
The lady in the red dress.
Oh my god. Would that happen to be the one that well, you know who I'm talking about.
Buttered your biscuit.
What does the butter on those biscuits refer to?
Are you referring to the one who got rid of you?
No, I'm referring to the one that made you get rid of me.
Same thing, but yeah.
Not the same thing.
Not the same thing at all.
It might. Have you heard or seen anything?
If I had, what makes you think that I would tell you?
Honestly, bro.
Well, I have. I have an
Just this
associate.
consoling, like ethereal hand comes out of the side. It's okay.
Well, I have a.
Very pale.
It's very man. No, I'm just sitting. No, now I'm like right here, like. Just teleport. Just like. What you guys talking about?
You're that one guy at the bar that just listens to everything and is like, ooh, what's this about? Oh gosh.
None of your business. Well, I have an acquaintance who is coming to join me, and I'm sure that she will not be as nice to you when she is talking to you.
And you see,
Wait,
the instant you mention an acquaintance, her eyes go from like challenging to almost like, oh crap, what are we gonna do now?
Is it your mother?
I feel like a mother's slightly more than an acquaintance.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know your backstory, so
Yeah.
that could...
And she kind of, well, I know the acquaintance of which you speak, and I certainly don't want to get on her bad side.
She does know everything.
The interest that brought you here.
Mm-hmm.
She was taken, wasn't she?
Yes. Jacob is so
Actually, now I'm actually.
He's like, I'm not actually making fun of you now. I'm like legit interested.
I legit don't know. Well, I do know that the trade originates out of two places. One is the Skursgen's house itself, and the other, i.e. his supplier / the hub of In and Out. Oh my god!
The most intense scene, and you just hear burger. Wow.
I'm that person that Steven hates.
Oh
that
my
brings
God.
attention.
That was so good! Wow!
It was just such a
Dude,
long
I figured
pause.
it out. I know. I figured it out.
Anyway, yep, In and Out.
Oh, snap.
The hub.
The In and Out hub is the Feld Dragon. Many mercenaries go there. They come with product that is traded and or bought.
Wait, where? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I am obviously frustrated.
Well, don't be
Well,
dramatic about it. Jeez.
thank you for your help. I will
I
tell.
will expect you to acknowledge that you now owe me a favor.
Yes, and I will pass that favor on to my acquaintance and tell her that you are now on my good side.
Dude, who's his acquaintance?
You see her kind of like give a little like that little moment where people just go.
It's not what I wanted.
But it's like
I can't argue.
yeah, it's like really like just silent, just pissed off, just like looking at
But also
you.
acceptance.
Yeah, but then there's a small
I
little.
won this round.
Yeah, but then there's a small little like. Best I can hope for. And she's like, she just walks away, just back into the kitchen.
Okay.
Oh gosh, it's the in and out.
This freaking.
Anyway, so I'm done eating, so I'm gonna leave.
All right, where are you going?
I'm gonna go back to my room.
Okay.
What time is it exactly?
Midnight.
Frick, you're eating math. 5:30. About 7. Well,
Ben's-
nah, maybe about
He
6:30.
eats pretty slow.
He eats about 6:30.
He eats about 6:30.
Yeah.
He eats about 6:30. So, yeah, you just head back to your room.
Yeah.
All right.
It hangs quite nicely.
Oh, that was really good. All right. Anything you're doing while you're up in your room, or you just
Do I have any paper? I
sit
don't
up
know
in
if
your
I have
room?
paper.
No, you don't.
Okay.
I mean, you have your guild recommendation, but that's
Yeah.
got writing on it.
Yeah, shouldn't write on the back of it.
Probably not.
It won't be helpful to me anymore. Okay. I'm just gonna think about the letter that I need to write.
Okay. All right. All right. So, the duo. What you guys doing?
Dude. That conversation got me messed up.
We went. Okay, I was not expecting this to just go deep, just off the deep end real quick. Like we went all into it. All right.
So I think we agree the big guy. I mean, it was recommended I take a shield, and I'm assuming a meat shield works just fine.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah. All right, we will see if
What's his name?
Earthrack,
Urthorax.
Euthorax.
It's like euthorax, but nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
Oh my gosh! All right, so you guys walk over there, and you pass the dragonborn and the gnome, and they're playing a game of cards, and the gnome is very small. He's like that big.
Yikes.
He's small.
Okay.
How does he even stab people in the back?
He can jump. He's got
Mad
Mad
dexterity.
Yeah, he
Just
does
like
have
parkour.
He does have mad hops.
parkour, and he says it every time he says it.
Parkour. Like,
The last thing
That's the
you hear.
last words you Parkour!
No, I want his voice to be super low, like the Fennec Fox in
Parkour.
Zootopia. Like you're expecting something really like high pitched, and instead it's like creepy low, and you're like,
That's like when you see a dog and you expect to hear bark and you hear meow.
how often has that
It
happened
hasn't.
to you?
It hasn't.
Oh, that's good, because I would have some questions.
that'd be terrifying.
Wonder if you'd pass the psych part of your exam.
All right. Yeah, so you guys walk over there, and he's sitting alone. He's done eating now. He's just reclining, just drinking his ale.
Man. Oh yeah, I'm still drinking my ale.
Yeah, you just brought it over there. You just got you stuck in the front of your belt. This is the little biscuit. No, you don't have to have it stuck in the front of your belt.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just in your backpack.
Well, yeah, I don't want anybody to take it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hiding that crap.
Yeah, so you walk over to him. He's sitting there. He's shorter, a little bit shorter. Shorter than the human guy you'd seen earlier. Oh man, he takes a drink and he puts it on the table. He's like, "Yeah, what can I help you with?"
I hear you often come here looking for work.
Well, as often as I need it. What can I do for you?
We're looking to create a party to deal with the assaults that have been
Actually
happening.
really good.
Right?
And
And
by the assaults, you mean the ones coming out of the sewers, yes?
In the background.
are there other ones I'm unaware of?
Very helpful.
Well, yes, there are some others.
Oh, I was not made aware of those.
Well, they're new.
They're new?
I have so many questions.
They're new.
I look in his tankard. Is it like fairly full? Is it empty? Is it?
Nah, it's getting down to like the bottom
It's
quarter.
getting-
My man.
sounds like a discussion that should be had over ale. Will you talk to us if we buy you an ale?
Certainly wouldn't be arguing. He like hits it against the table, and a guy comes out from behind the bar, and he just hands it to the guy. Like, she's paying.
Snap.
Just like not bringing it out, just
Yeah.
she's paying, and he's like, "Any of you guys want some more ale either?"
I mean,
Good on mine.
I'm still finishing mine. Never mind.
Gosh.
You started with 2.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You
I have 2. I
you just got so excited.
totally forgot. I have 2.
He like looks down at his. Oh, another one.
He's like, "Do you need more?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, I could." Oh, that's right. Nah, I'm good.
Oh my gosh!
I just look at Vallah. Sit down.
He looks at you, and
I don't know which one to drink from.
he looks at you, and he sees you kind of like it's like slick.
I feel like your intelligence would you try to drink out of both at the same time.
I'm just like,
I can't.
regret.
I have no words. I apologize. You're correct. Yep. Well, originally we were hired to deal with the attacks on the west side of the village. Those are coming from the sewers. Recent attacks. Do tell me a little bit more about that.
The most recent attack was on the west side.
Yep.
So this is
You said other attacks
East side.
that were new. Oh, east. East. Copy.
you've already had an ale. So.
Yeah. No, dude. Yeah. Whatever. You and then about this time the bartender walks up and he grabs the ale and just takes a big old swig, puts it on the table. Well, I wasn't there for any of it. Wish I could have been. Showing those little baby lizards who's the boss.
So there are also baby lizards from the east side as well as the west side.
Oh, I don't know of any attacks from the east side.
You
You literally
just
said
said
the
the east side. The new one that he's talking about is on the east side. We're talking about the west, right? Yeah.
I thought so. Wasn't the one I explored on the west
It's
side?
the west.
No, it was on the east side.
Oh, it was.
Oh, we backwards?
Yeah, it was like
I
it was
swore
like
you just said that the
And
so,
as
like,
is
east.
written
and behind him on the wall, it has
I'm
written
like, so
backwards.
confused.
I
No,
know
you
I'm
went-
only
you
11
traveled with
intelligence,
Wilson,
but I'm pretty sure.
you're also-
back to here. Back to here.
Yeah,
So-
but
The attack was
she's
like
not.
this
She's
area here?
confused.
I can't see it. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And the new you haven't figured out where the new ones are from him.
Okay.
The new attacks are coming from the harbor.
The harbor.
Yep.
Lizard folk as well?
Nah, they look a little more like fish.
fun.
Fun. Lost a couple guards to being pulled into the ocean though. Never saw them again.
Thinking about changing your occupation?
One problem at a time, I
Harvey
suppose.
quit. No.
The specific deal we're working on is the sewers, and I feel like
Ha! Yes, sewers. I've been down there myself once. I followed them for about an hour. Nothing really came of it. I got shot a couple times. Little cowards hiding holes. Shoot you from a distance. Killed a few of them. But always got driven back. I was by myself, so I couldn't very well get surrounded. From what I know, from what I saw, they're kobolds. Just little sewer rats running around. I mean, granted, to dig the sewers a few hundred years ago, they were just fine. Then they multiplied like rabbits. Anyway, what, you looking to go down there and fight them?
That is the plan. There's a bounty of 10 gold per person who works on this. And up to 5, so we gotta keep the party small and people who are efficient and good at what they do. And from my understanding, you fall into that category.
Well, I like to think I am. Had a couple good fights in my day. Now, what were the specifics of getting paid?
Bring back evidence that these are what are doing the attacks by either what's left of the 3 that were taken or bring them back. I'm supposing if we can get them alive, that's preferable, but yeah, bring back evidence that we've tracked them.
Well, for 10 gold for running around in the sewers hitting things, it seems like a pretty sweet deal to me.
The hope is to have a healer along so that those little puncture holes that those kobolds leaving us are not quite as harsh as...
Puncture holes that they leave in us.
Yeah, aren't quite as harsh. I don't know, have you ever been shot with an arrow? It's not pleasant.
No,
Oh, no you haven't, or no, that's not pleasant?
both.
All right. We just met. I have no idea what I'm working with here. We're learning.
And you see on
Alcohol.
he has just like he's like a crater in his shoulder.
A crater.
Yeah, it's a little crater that the skin is kind of like healed over on.
I've never had.
And that's what happens when you take the arrow out improperly.
Yeah, and you see he's got a bunch of scars like across the front of his body. He looks like he just runs at things and just trades blows.
Oh, fun.
So, but he doesn't look
Would
like
you
he's the
describe
sharpest
yourself
guy.
as a meat shield?
There's like in the interviewing process.
Would you consider
I just need to
yourself
check one of the boxes. Just
meat shield? Not a meat shield.
fantastic.
Well, I don't know of a healer, but I don't think any of them hang out around here.
Yeah, not the impression I got from this place.
Definitely not.
If we find a healer, we have space for one other person. If you know of anyone else we can trust well enough. I mean, we're all strangers, so.
I don't know of anyone in specific, but I'm willing to go looking.
Ooh.
Yeah, we just need one. Would be a good use. I'm a pretty decent in a fight. I'm not sure what that guy does, but up close and from a distance, I can hold my own.
Oh, good. Well, I'm mostly up close, so. Yes, well, I will do some looking tonight, and I'll get back to you tomorrow morning.
We're housed at the Tappy Duckling. Yep.
I stayed in that place once.
Is that why it's leaning? Okay, my charisma's also 11, so I feel like that's something I would say.
Oh no, I think you're playing it well.
Well, I think I'm the reason it's leaning as far as it is. Or a contributing factor, nonetheless.
Yeah, I'd like to get some supplies. Do you know of a good place to buy healing potions in town?
Well,
Just in case we can't find a healer. I don't like getting stuck and can't heal myself.
You might check with the guard. They often stock them. They may be a little more expensive, though.
It's
Well,
There's no alchemists in town or herbalists.
Oh, well, you could check the, stupidest name ever, the Dockside Apothecary. So,
Dockside? Like, not to come to the dark side, we have cookies, but like the docks where the boats go.
that where the boats go,
Yeah.
yes, indeed.
Oh, see, she's doing it too.
Yeah, but mine actually makes sense.
That's true.
Oof, you guys. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys.
Dude, I had to be a funeral. I have no pity on you.
Oh, dang.
I heard about that.
Wait, what?
In our campaign we were playing, I was trying to get them to go on their little mission, and so I tried to make it so there was no one for them to talk to because they were all at a funeral for this guy that they
Yeah.
essentially let die
Oh.
on accident, and they all decided to go to the funeral, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, that's not how that was supposed to happen. So then all of a sudden I'm like making up this funeral and all these
Oh,
people who are on it,
gosh.
and like, it's like, oh my gosh.
Ridiculous. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were nice people.
It was hilarious. I was like, I don't know what's happening. And of course, Marla almost cried because that's what Marla does. But
Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
All right.
And didn't you guys just leave Steven to like look at a burning body?
yeah,
Yeah.
Steven, whose whole village got burned, and so he's got issues with like fire and stuff. And then, yeah, he's just like they were gonna cremate the body, and like
He's just staring at the burning
whole
body,
thing,
just
and
like,
just like,
Oh my gosh.
and they just kind of all went off into their own thing. I mean, I don't think they knew his backstory at the
oh,
time.
no, we did.
But yeah, it was just like this whole thing that I'm like, my plan totally backfired.
Yeah.
You were just supposed to go away.
Yeah.
Made for some good role play.
Oh, it's hilarious. Well, you, need anything else?
No, I think meet you in the morning. Where's the
Felled dragon.
felled dragon?
The Fell Dragon is this one right here.
The
Yep.
no,
That one.
FD. Okay. Shall we meet near the bounty board in the morning? Mid-morning?
Sounds
Give
good to me.
a chance to go look for this apothecary and get some aid.
Sounds good to me.
Vallah, you had any objections?
Nope.
Well, if one thing is at least true, he's compliant.
Well, see you all in the morning then.
Alright. Till tomorrow.
Alright, so you just went up to your room and you thought about the letter you were gonna write.
Yes,
Sorry, what you said? That sounds like something you would do.
it is.
Carrying
It
out
definitely-
any actions on that? Or are you gonna go look for other things? Or what you looking for?
What time, Jacob?
It's
what time is it?
around 7-ish.
This is the time of day Melina usually comes to me and goes, is it an acceptable time to go to bed yet?
Oh god.
No. It is
7?
Oh,
She's
Okay,
old.
I'm gonna go.
Gosh.
I don't know. I'm just gonna stay in my room.
Can do some push-ups at least, or
Sure.
roll a strength check.
see?
Or athletics, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah,
18.
she's fine.
Just does all the push-ups.
You get about 70 out. And
Holy
you just like,
cow!
ugh.
Dude!
And you are done. You are
Holy
out of it
cow.
all. You are totally tapped.
Good grief! Your hair must have been just like all in your face the whole time.
Yeah,
too.
you're doing push-ups, and it's now like just like you go down and it like sticks to your face. It's
Oh gosh.
You have another beard. You have a beard of another type.
Oh,
Just
gosh.
kind of on your face.
Dude, good shooting.
Nice.
My character tries to do it now. I'd be like 4.
Natural one.
Oops, a little. That's my back up.
Just like, yeah, I just get to the
I ate
down
too
part. I'm just
fast.
like,
I should have chewed more.
I should choose. But only whole food comes up, so therefore,
Just re-eat it.
yeah. Hey,
It's baby bird all over again.
don't judge.
Anyway, you guys do anything else tonight?
Besides finish my ale.
So bar, we were sitting talking. Your Thrak was over here,
Yep.
and she looked kind of over in the direction we're sitting.
William. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, and you're kind of sitting against the easternmost wall. You're sitting probably on that wall, and there's maybe one table to your guys' left, or if you're facing the wall, to your right, to the side, and then there's just a wall and a single door that goes into it. And then on the wall towards the exit, there's another door. You know what that one is.
Okay. I still have my ale to finish, so I'd like to just hang around for a little bit if you're fine with that, Paul.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I mean, I'm gonna just watch the doors, and wait for William to come out of one of them.
All right, make a perception check.
This is going
Oh,
so
no.
well for me in the past.
Dang, son. Dang, you guys rolled the exact same thing.
I have a 9.
6?
Oh, mine's a 9 too.
Perception.
9.
Yeah.
You see a couple people come out. None of them are William.
Dang it.
Okay.
This dice is killing me.
But yeah, it's
You're
just kind
killing
of
me,
a
Smalls.
normal day.
Now I roll 14.
Well, don't waste all those good rolls.
Okay.
Gotta hold on to those.
I finished my ale. Give it. I'm willing to sit there like an hour till like 9 o'clock, and then head back to Tubby Duckling.
All right. You do the same thing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm gonna get lost if I don't follow somebody.
How many ales did you? Okay, did you get 2 ales? Did you drink any of the whiskey?
No.
No.
That's I'm gonna save that one.
It's like I was just thinking I didn't need to become a ranger because I basically got a familiar when I met you.
Yep. Oh man.
Sit, fetch.
Dude, I'm 20 years old. This is my first time. This is fun.
All right. Yeah. So you guys sit there for another hour. Nothing really happens. You just kind of sitting in your room.
Just those push-ups. Yes. Just. I feel like your character says namaste, but he's like really serious about it.
No.
I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah.
Namaste here.
Nah, I'm gonna stay right here.
Nah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so you guys sit there. Nothing really happens. You guys head back to the Tubby Duck. People are starting to filter out now, but other than that, nothing's really.
All right.
Nothing's
Poppin'.
really shaking.
Yeah, we'll head back. I'm just on the way back. What is it exactly that your skill set is in? By the way, Vallah, we didn't really have a chance to have that discussion. I mean, we had a chance, I just didn't take it, apparently. But I'm starting to question life choices.
So, athletics, animal handling, stealth, survival are my my other skills. Perception, investigation. Those are all my things. I don't know. What do you like? I'm a ranger.
So, I mean, are you good with swords? You good with a bow? Do you throw
Well, I
things?
have 2 hand
Stab things or
axes.
smack things?
I have 2 hand axes, a bow, a spear. I mean, am I proficient? I can't remember if we made my proficient in unarmed strikes or not, or whatever that was. Yeah. So I don't know. Basically.
Wilson's not looking as bad as I thought.
Okay, you know what?
So what you're saying is you're
I mean, I'm good in a fight. I just
all right.
This
That's
is-
what I'm looking for.
yeah. This is just the first time that I've ever tried to do like a questing type of a.
Where do you
Usually we've up in the mountains where I lived and grew up. We the way we progressed in our herd, or is it
Yep.
herd? Was by single hand-to-hand combat, and that was how you proved yourself in the community. And I'm the son of a great warrior person.
So a lot to live up to.
Well, yes, that's my calling.
Well, hopefully we'll earn you some skills in battle. In the morning, I plan to go get some healing potions from the apothecary. If there's anything you need, I suggest you take care of it. Supplies, go through your inventory. And in the morning, we'll see if we can find a healer and take off for the sewers.
Awesome.
Cool. So, probably gonna call it there, except for I'm gonna do if you could step out really quick.
Just so I remember it,
Oh.
because I don't take notes.
That's fair.
I just review
You just
footage.
review. Yeah, you gotta. I don't know how it didn't send it to me. Anyway, you walk up the stairs after waiting fruitlessly for the
Matthew.
William.
William.
You walk up to your room, drop your gear, lay down, and it's not a comfortable bed, but you just feel as though it's digging into you. It's like it's uncomfortable. You lay there and you're like, it's really uncomfortable, and then the next second you wake up and your back is on gravel, and you see someone you've never seen. You're not where you laid down. You look around, and this is your homeland.
Oh. It's like, what?
You see the house you grew up in, and all of a sudden it burns and crumbles to ash. See, you see the various houses of those you grew up with and those that mentored you and helped you burn to ash. Your perspective suddenly shifts. You shift and you're in another village and you see your father. But the scars aren't in the same place. Now, you knew your father. He didn't have a scar across his face. Nor was he missing a finger. This Goliath is very, it is your father. You convince yourself it's your father, and then it shifts again, and you see from a third person view a drow, dark elf, black armor, gilded with silver, and a massive kobold is in front of him. In the sewers, which you would expect to be the sewers, big vaulted ceiling, and he almost embraces the crowd as he spreads his arms, long white hair, grayish skin, and he says, "Tomorrow." Sorry, not tomorrow. Sorry. "We will attack the surface, and those that dwell there will realize they were wrong from the beginning." Flash.
He doesn't say tomorrow. He just says.
He doesn't say tomorrow.
Okay.
Sorry. I kept on all the other ones. I was like, tomorrow. I was like thinking that, and apparently it just came out this time.
Okay.
And then your perspective shifts to a room. It looks almost exactly like your own. You see a crossbow and a pack in the corner, and on the bed you see a man, very long hair, and a trim beard.
Doing push-ups.
No, laying on his bed sleeping actually.
Okay.
And then you wake up. You're laying in your bed, cover kind of over you. You kind of check down here. Your hand axe is next to you. You find it odd. You've never really dreamed before. Never really had dreams like this. At best, they were infrequent fragments of the past. you wonder why you're dreaming of a drow in the sewers, and
What's a drow?
it's a dark elf. It's a,
Oh, okay.
you wonder why you dream of a drow and the man that you'd seen in the Tubby Duck a couple times. And as you wonder kind of what's going on, you just fall asleep.
Boom.
Boom, done.
Okay.
Next week.
All right.